Democrats are sticking to their demand for a rollback of Medicaid cuts. CBS's Willie James Inman at the White House.
President Trump is essentially blasting Democrats because he's saying that he reviewed their plans and calls it unserious and ridiculous demands. Now, I'll note that Democrats had proposed a counter-proposal of sorts that would have continued government funding for at least a month. And on top of that, it would have rolled back some of the cuts to Medicaid funding that we saw in the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill.
The government's revised its numbers for economic growth in the second quarter of the year, up at an annual rate of 3.8% instead of 3.3%. CBS's Jason Brooks.
The increase in GDP is credited to lower imports and stronger consumer spending, helping offset weaker investment activity. In addition to that, orders for big-ticket items like appliances and electronics unexpectedly rose 2.9% in August, rebounding from a decline the previous month.
Authorities say the exact motive for yesterday's deadly shooting at an ICE facility in Dallas remains unclear. One detainee was killed, 2 critically wounded. CBS's Camilo Montoya Galvez spoke with the acting ICE director, Todd Lyons.
Director Lyons told us that this shooting in Dallas could have been even deadlier had the shooter been more successful in targeting ICE officials and others who were in the vicinity of that ICE field office in that area.
Well, there's word Amazon has reached a $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission, which accused it of tricking people into signing up for Prime memberships and making it hard to cancel. Delta Airlines is making changes to its Airbus jets to stop toxic fumes from leaking into the cabin.
Last week, the Wall Street Journal reported about thousands of cases where fumes from an Airbus jet's engines have given passengers and crew concussion-like brain injuries. Dr. Robert Harrison has treated more than 100 flight crew members.
And it gets into their brain and can affect the other parts of the nervous system.
Now, the journal reports Delta is replacing the auxiliary power units in the tails of its Airbus jets. Those units can pump the toxic air into the cabin when the plane's 2 main engines aren't running. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
What a baseball season it's been for Cal Raleigh of the Seattle Mariners. Fly ball to right field, number 60! Last night he became just the 7th major leaguer to reach 60 home runs in a season. He's the first catcher to do it. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 71 points. The S&P is down 20. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Even CBS News knows it. Cal Raleigh staking his claim for MVP on a magical night for the Mariners. That's coming up. But first, we check traffic. This report brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Damage to that overpass approaching Pacific on northbound 167 slows you down big time. About a 5-mile backup right now. That's a 20-minute delay and about an hour drive from Renton to Puyallup. I-90 construction also has you slamming the brakes across the lake. This is for that expansion joint repair on the East Channel Bridge. Eastbound, it's about a 30-minute drive from Seattle to Bellevue on I-90. I-5 northbound at 50th, disabled vehicle blocking the right lane. A stall on southbound I-5 at the Tacoma Down, also slowing you down at this hour. Lake Washington Windows Autumn Savings event is on now. Save $500 per window, $1,000 per door, plus enjoy 0 payments, 0 interest for 12 months. Details at lakewashingtonwindows.com.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Aaron Granillo. It has been a long 24 years, but finally,
the Seattle Mariners are champions in the American League West.
For the first time since 2001, when now manager Dan Wilson was catching for the Mariners.
Bring it every single day. You guys have done that all season long, and you're going to continue to do it all postseason too.
Well, today's catcher for the M's might just be the league's most valuable player.
Fly ball to right field, number 60!
Cal Raleigh becoming just the 7th player in MLB history to hit 60 home runs.
I don't know what to say. I'm just so happy. I love this team. I love the city. I love my parents. Thank you for being here.
Well, next up for the Mariners, they can clinch a first-round bye in the playoffs with another win over the Rockies tonight. Postseason tickets go on sale today at noon. Other news we are tracking this morning, the Starbucks Reserve stores on both Capitol Hill and Soto, they are boarded up. The company says they're permanently closed as Starbucks announces it is cutting 900 corporate jobs and shutting down select stores. The restructuring follows 6 consecutive quarters of declining sales. In Kittitas County, deputies are investigating a medical helicopter crash. KIRO 7 TV's Dee Dee Sun has details.
It happened around 11 o'clock Tuesday night near the Little Cachis camping area north of Easton. Deputies say this helicopter went down while trying to pick up an injured camper who had cut himself and was bleeding. 4 people were on board that helicopter, which tipped over when it was landing. No one got hurt, and crews drove the camper to a hospital by ambulance.
Seattle Seahawks go for their 3rd straight win tonight. They take on the Cardinals in Arizona. Head coach Mike McDonald.
Good preparation the last 3 days. The guys have done a great job trying to get their bodies and minds ready for the game. It's a quick turnaround, obviously.
Thursday night football kickoff at 5:15. The pregame coverage starts at 2 right here on KIRO News Radio. Weather now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. For today, partly cloudy, highs in the upper 60s. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with the KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Thursday, September 25th. Some of us, it is their Friday. Some of us, it's our Thursday. Welcome into the show. If you're new to the show, where you been? If you're always here, coming back every single day, welcome back. Ursula, good morning.
Good morning. And for those of you who always love to let us know that you've been with us since day one, you have a special place in our hearts.
I mean, I don't believe you. Yeah, there's no way you've been with us since day one.
Hey, we are giddy because, as you heard in Aaron's newscast, the M's are AL West champs for the first time since 2001.
24 years ago.
Oh, my gosh. So we want to hear from the biggest, boldest, most loyal Mariners fan in the Puget Sound region. Is that you?
Loyal to the soil.
Yes, we want you to prove it. Text us or post your story on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page, and you could join us in the 11 o'clock hour. We need to be all about celebration today, as much as possible, anyway. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO.
All right, Ursula. How's the news you got for us today?
Well, I'm starting off good.
Okay.
On a positive note.
Okay, Ursula's top stories of the day, brought to you by Bath Fitter Northwest.
Okay, well, let's just get back to it. For the first time since Ichiro's rookie year, way back in 2001, your Seattle Mariners are AL West champions.
The stretch. Mariners looking to wrap it up. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. The Seattle Mariners are champions in the American League West. They have powered their way to the postseason in a convincing win, 9-2 over the Colorado Rockies tonight here at T-Mobile Park. The first division title for the Mariners since 2001.
And it is only their 4th division title in franchise history. Cal Raleigh said it best last night.
Yeah, I mean, I think most people heard what I said last night, might as well win the whole thing.
Do you know that comment is now a slogan on some T-shirts? Of course it was going to be. Yeah. But so, as you heard Aaron mention, with the Tigers collapsing, the M's are in prime position for a first-round playoff bye, and that would give their bullpen a much-needed breather, right? And as we also know all too well, G, Seattle is the only team in baseball that has never played in a World Series. So my question is, could this finally be the year?
For sure. No question. This can happen. I mean, this is what I want to make sure everybody does. This includes Nick, who's one of the biggest Mariner fans in the world. I want everyone to just savor this moment. Here's why. When I first moved here in 1999, remember, the Mariners have only won the ALS division 4 times. 95, 97, 2001, and just last night. That's 4 times. Now, when I get here in 99, it's no secret about Mariner baseball. They won the division in 95. They won it in 97. They didn't win. So it
felt like it was a winning team.
But they still went to the playoffs in 2000, right? They had K. Griffin, and then those guys are gone. And then in 2001, they win 116 games. They win the AL West then. So it was at that moment that you thought, oh this is going to keep happening. None of us would have ever thought that it would be 24
like a serious drought.
Years. Okay, so I want to go through it, Ursula. In 1995, your gas prices was $1.56 a gallon. You didn't. I didn't. Nobody had an iPhone the last time they won the AL West division. That's how serious this is. The Sonics still had 7 seasons left to play in this town. So when I say savor this moment, savor this moment.
It's so true. So again, if you think you have the crown as the biggest Seattle Mariners fan, we want you to text us, tell us why, post your story either text us or post your story on the Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page. And then again, you could be joining us in the 11 o'clock hour. You also had a question for me about Cal Raleigh's 60th home run ball.
60th home run. So what has happened is, I know you guys have probably seen it all over social media. There was this nice guy who caught Cal Raleigh's 60th home run ball. This nice guy, which, oh my goodness, he caught the ball, and there's a kid, it's almost like a movie, right?
Yeah.
He gets the ball, hands the ball to the kid. Here you go, kid. Kid's dad is like, let's get up on out of here. So here's my question for you, Ursula, because people ask me all the time, is Ursula as nice as she comes across? And I tell people, Ursula's one of the nice people in the world. So I want to ask you and everybody that's listening, if you catch Cal Raleigh 60th home run ball, wait, one more thing. In baseball history, there have only been 7 players to hit 60 or more. As a matter of fact, every player in the American League that's hit 60 or more were all Yankees.
Yeah.
Outside of the Yankees, there's only been one outside of the Yankees, and that's Cal Raleigh with the Mariners.
So you're saying that ball could be worth some serious coin.
So I'm asking you right now in front of everybody, Ursula, would you give the ball to the kid?
In that moment, not thinking of the value of it and all that, I think instinctively I would give it to the kid because it wouldn't mean as much to me as it would to a kid. And to have somebody hand that ball over, that kid is going to forever remember that moment.
Okay, if you didn't, all right, Ursula, if you didn't realize it and you gave it to him, and then when you get to work and Chef and I are like, what? You did what?
Yeah.
And we started to tell you the value of that baseball, would you have any regrets?
Potentially, I would have some regret, but again, how much are we talking about?
It's a 6-figure baseball. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Six-figure baseball.
That's like giving a Ferrari to your 16-year-old on their birthday. They cannot appreciate what they have.
Okay, but am I going to be chasing down that kid that I gave it to? No, you give it away. It'll be like, well, dang. But I might have brief remorse.
Okay.
I might have some remorse.
Okay, would you do this? Would you do this?
If I were, again, I don't want to make it sound like I'm living high on the hog, but let's just say if it were 25-year-old me, like barely making ends meet,
right,
and I'd be like, oh my gosh, that could have been, getting me out of college debt and this, that, and the other thing. Would I have more regrets than I would have now? Yes.
Now, can I tell you what I would honestly do?
Yes.
No exaggeration?
Yes.
I would catch the baseball.
Yeah.
I would hold it.
Yeah.
And then they would come over to me, sir, hey, let me go holler at Cal Raleigh after the game. And I go pull up. Cal, how you doing, bro? Yeah, how you doing? Hey, man. And I want the cameras to see this. I want, in front of everybody, I want you to have this baseball.
Well,
and listen, wait. Hold on. I'm selfish.
You're gonna try to squeeze some money out of it.
I'm in it for me. Here, Cal Raleigh. What do we owe you? Nothing. Let's look at the camera. You saw it? I'm G. Scott. And I didn't want anything for the baseball. And then I go do a speaking tour all over the United States about why I gave him the ball. I go, why'd you do it? Well, back in my day where times were hard, I just always thought about baseball. I want to give back.
But here's my other question, because I'm just not I mean, I'm a collector of certain things, but only because they have value to me.
Yeah.
Like my dad loved to collect antiques, but right now we have antiques that he collected. I literally don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
And there are people like that who buy and sell that kind of stuff. And for me, it would be the value. Yeah, you can say it's worth however much, but anyway, I would love to hear what people are talking about.
Last fact here.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Just last year, the LA Dodgers tried to buy Shohei Ohtani's 50th home run ball from the fan who caught it for $300,000. The fan turned down the Dodgers and sold it at auction. I don't know what for, but come on.
Okay, you're convincing me. You're convincing me. So now, if you're that, what do you do then? Or do you call him up, or do you hope that Dad says, you know what, we realized that you were really generous, but here's the ball back. And maybe Cal Raleigh can.
Well, to G's point, that dude is in the media right now, so he's getting good attention for having, being a good guy, giving the ball to the kid.
That's what I'm saying.
He was on camera for it.
No, hold on. Before we get out of this, Nick, what would you do if you caught that baseball?
I am a baseball guy. I would know the circumstances of the ball. I think I would hold on to it, and I think I might just head home right after I caught it. just so I wouldn't avoid it. I would avoid any trouble, or I would go to an usher and be like, I got this ball.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let's go through this. Everybody picture this. All right, Nick, you got the baseball. Mm-hmm. Do you put it in your pocket? You put it in your drawers? How do you walk out? Where do you go? Do you beeline it to your car? Are you scared to get to the parking lot? Do you make a phone call?
I'm going emergency mode. I'm like tucking it in my stomach. I'm like hustling out with my neck bent down. Like everything is just.
Do you have security follow you?
I'm going right in the team store.
Following you.
I'm going right in the team store. Change my clothes so I cannot be recognized.
You have to find security because there's going to be a crowd just surrounding you.
I'm going to get security, Ursula.
Yeah. Okay, hold up. Now this is where my head is going right now.
Okay.
If in case we have a wide reach, we have a lot of people who are listening right now. If you are the parent of the boy who now has that ball, or if you are the one who gave up that ball, can you text us right now?
Oh, yeah.
888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. We would love to talk to you. I mean, you know that everyone wants that interview.
Ursula, your boy, I'm going to get security. Hey, security. Hey, man, come with me. Listen, I got $2,000 for you to make sure I get it to my car safely.
Okay, well, let's move on. It was breaking news this morning. Amazon has just agreed to pay $2.5 billion to settle a federal lawsuit over its Prime membership. The FTC accused Amazon of tricking customers into signing up using what regulators call dark patterns, like these really confusing sign-up screens and sneaky defaults. And then once you were in, maybe you know this, canceling wasn't easy. In fact, Amazon itself nicknames its 4-page, 6-click cancellation maze the Iliad flow, as if it were an epic journey. So again, settled, big amount. Amazon has to stop hiding behind fine print. They have to make sign-up and cancellation straightforward now, and they have to get clear permission before charging anyone. And 2 top executives, including the head of Prime, are under a court order now that if they mislead customers again, they could be held personally accountable. And of this $2.5 billion settlement, $1.5 billion will go back to customers who were duped into Prime or blocked from canceling. So if that is you felt trapped in a membership that you didn't want, you could see a refund.
Yeah, and I think there's like $1.5 million is going to actual customers. So you break that down. Get ready for that check for 5 cents. Right. Oh, is it $1 billion to the people?
Yeah,
how much to the people?
$1.5 billion.
1.5 to the billion. Okay, all right. So you might get a check for about $1.23. You see what I'm saying?
Well, there's 200 million members worldwide paying $139 a year.
What? All right. Can we? Okay, starting today going forward. Ursula, would you be up for this, be on board with this? Are some of you all getting tired of these settlements? So, for an example, Amazon settles for $2.5 billion. They had that, just like my grandma used to say, baby, come on over here, and she'd reach in her bra and grab me some money. Amazon had this in their bra. You know what I mean? They pulled it out. They had a little cash.
It's just nothing to them.
So can we do this going forward, Ursula? If you want to settle, you still have to admit to wrongdoing. So
that's not how it works.
Then let's go to trial. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of the settling, and then you don't admit any wrongdoing. So
do you know why they settled too? Because those executives were able to avoid being found personally liable. Now, if you go after the executives themselves, that 1.5 or the $2.5 billion is a lot more money, right? And they would have had to pay those out of their own pockets. But doing it this way, it avoids this lengthy trial. It avoids smearing. And here's the deal.
What?
Remember when I even I wanted to cancel and I said, I'm not buying from Amazon anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, that is the most effective way we can fight back from this BS.
How long did you last?
Not long. And that's what makes me mad. There are people who are much more principled than me who have stopped doing things like going to Target, and just stuck with it. But yeah, I deleted my app, said I'm not buying from Amazon anymore. And then lo and behold.
You back.
Right? Okay, anyway, I would love to hear what you think about that settlement, but let's squeeze one more in because Starbucks now says it is shutting down about 1% of its U.S. and Canadian stores and cutting 900 corporate jobs as part of CEO Brian Nichols' billion-dollar turnaround plan. So the company's targeting these underperforming locations. They say they have some criteria that they look, especially the pickup-only stores, and they're doubling down on cafes where the customers can sit, they can plug in, they can linger. It's, that third place concept that made Starbucks so popular. So they have thousands of employees here in Washington. Corporate headquarters are in Seattle, and they say they plan to notify as soon as this week the workers in the stores that are scheduled to close, and they'll try to offer transfers when feasible. Already, though, Seattle's Capitol Hill Starbucks Roastery is one of those that is shut down. It is one of their high-profile unionized stores, but Starbucks is insisting that union status is not a factor in their decisions. And one of the realities is the company's been facing 6 straight quarters of shrinking sales. They're dealing with a lot more competition now. And then flat out, customers are saying the prices have become too high.
They have. Right now, at Starbucks, by the way, Ursula, you'd be proud of me. I don't have News Boss open, but I did some research.
Okay.
The basic medium-sized cup of coffee costs around $3.95. There are a lot of people, the working class right now, that are really starting to tighten their belt a little bit. There's just been this saying that if you just need to work harder and you need to not buy lattes and avocado toast, so you have people taking that advice. If there's number one thing that when you start to clean up your spending, tighten your budget, things like coffee, expenditures like coffee are going to be number one to go. So what we are seeing is we are seeing that. Now, this is September of 2025. Before September of 2026, you will have this more in the news. Less and less people will be going to buy coffee.
So do you think they're going the wrong direction? And I want to hear from all of you, too.
No.
The third place. No, when they say this third place strategy, it's, in my opinion, it sounds nostalgic. Yeah, that's what made you Starbucks.
Right.
But I think customers today are much more price sensitive and instead of vibe sensitive. And I think they would rather you lower your prices.
Boom. You're right.
Than, give you ceramic mugs or adding more stores. I mean, unfortunately, they're having to shut these stores. But I think that you should just simplify your service, lower your prices, and maybe you get more people again.
One of the things of the many things that you don't like that I say, brick and mortar stores are becoming obsolete. And this trend right here, when you start seeing big dogs like this, or I start having conversations with somebody who owns multiple locations are telling me firsthand that they are taking a serious hit. You have small businesses daily that are closing down. This is real, y'all. But remember, we're not talking about the economy and what is happening to unemployment rate in businesses. We are talking about Jimmy Kimmel. We are talking about everything else but this important thing right here.
The economy. Okay, still ahead. We're going to give you the latest on the shooting at an ICE detention center in Texas. We're also going to tell you, remember the local case, the firefighter who was arrested while fighting a wildfire in our state?
I remember that.
Well, we now have new details about that, so we'll talk about that coming up at 9:30.
Okay.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO News Radio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-656-3300, 206-656-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
DC politicians want to enact harmful credit card mandates that could take away your cash back and rewards points. Perks that stretch your budget and make life a little easier. Losing these benefits means less money for your family's everyday essentials like gas and groceries. The perks you rely on could disappear, leaving you with higher costs and fewer options. Tell Congress to guard your card and oppose the Durbin-Marshall credit card mandates.
Paid for by Electronic Payments Coalition.
Looking for high-quality assisted living that won't drain your life savings? At Care Partners Living, we offer compassionate care at a price that helps stretch and preserve your estate. No unnecessary luxury, just the support you need with dignity and heart. And if you ever need to convert to Medicaid, you don't have to move. With communities across Washington and Arizona, including new locations in Port Orchard, Sumner, Mercer Island, and North Creek Bothell, there's a Care Partners community near you. Care Partners Living, compassionate care and peace of mind. Visit carepartnersliving.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
You hear that? That's Mike, sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of, and then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, and prescriptions. Imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target those problem areas: waistline, neck, face, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. Schedule your free consultation at prosculpt.com for $250 off. For powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men, it's prosculpt.com.
If you use the carpool or toll lanes along SR 167 without a Good to Go account, you'll soon receive a bill in the mail. That is a change. A Good to Go pass saves $2 on every toll. That is not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
At Kia of Everett, we make leasing your new Kia simple, easy, and fun. Now through September 30th, lease a 2026 Kia EV9 Lite Long Range for just $249 a month for 24 months with $49.99 due at signing.
Lease payment on approved credit with Kia Finance America plus tax after $13,500 Kia Finance America 24-month lease cash and Kia of Everett discount of $3,322. Quoted payment is before monthly sales tax and fees. Select vehicles only subject to prior sale. See dealer for full details.
The best drive you'll ever take is to Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning. I'm Aaron Granillo. It has been a long time coming for Mariner fans.
Let's keep it going. Like Cal Raleigh said, let's win the effing whole thing.
M's are celebrating their first AL West title since 2001. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
And they got here in style with a huge, crushing blow to the Colorado Rockies, beat them 9-2 last night. And again, Cal, the big dumper, hit home runs 59 and 60 on the season.
Swing and a drive, deep to right field. There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino.
Cal is the 7th player in Major League history now to hit 60 home runs in a single season. He's just 2 away from the American League record set by Aaron Judge, 1 away from Roger Maris. He's tied with Babe Ruth's mark right now on the season.
One more win for the Mariners. They guarantee a first-round bye in the playoffs. Amazon reaches a $2.5 billion settlement today with the Federal Trade Commission. Company was on trial accused of duping customers into buying Prime memberships and then making it hard for them to cancel. White House now telling federal agencies to prepare for mass layoffs ahead of a possible government shutdown next week.
Agencies usually furlough workers during shutdowns, not lay them off permanently. CBS News has obtained a memo from the White House Budget Office that tells agencies to consider reduction in force notices if no spending bill is passed by Tuesday's deadline. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries.
It's clear that Donald Trump and House Republicans and Senate Republicans are running scared.
Democrats are demanding a rollback of Medicaid cuts and an extension of health insurance tax credits. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
Plans to rename a street in Longview after slain conservative activist Charlie Kirk have been dropped. Mayor Spencer Bedreau says he nixed that proposal after learning it would cost $50,000. Longview City Council was set to discuss the plan tonight. Mayor says he's pulling that item from the agenda. Let's go now to the real-time traffic desk. This report is brought to you by Lake Washington Windows and Doors. Another tough morning on northbound 167 approaching Pacific after this week's bridge strike. About a 5-mile backup all the way to Sumner. About a 50-minute drive now from Puyallup to Renton. I-90 eastbound, it is jammed up across the lake. Crews are repairing that expansion joint on the East Channel Bridge. Looking at about a 30-minute drive now from Seattle to Bellevue. Rest of the map starting to slowly thin out. 45 minutes from Linwood to Seattle, 34 minutes from Tacoma to Olympia. And you're bogged down a little bit on 405 southbound around Bothell. This report brought to you by Lake Washington Windows Autumn Savings Event. It is on now. Save $500 per window, $1,000 per door, plus enjoy 0 payments, 0 interest for 12 months. Details at lakewashingtonwindows.com. Weather brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are seeing some partly cloudy skies today, but decent amount of sunshine and highs in the upper 60s. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Sure appreciate you hanging out with us. Coming up at 9:47, Would You Rather? The world-famous game. We're going to do that coming up. And just a reminder that we are looking for the most loyal Seattle Mariners fan. We want to hear from you. You can text us. Tell us why you are the most loyal. 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. You also can make your case on our Gee and Ursula Show Facebook page because we're hoping to talk to you coming up in the 11 o'clock hour as we celebrate the Mariners' big win and milestone. But right now we want to give you an update from the Bear Gulch fire arrests. The Seattle Times is reporting this morning that Rigoberto Hernandez, the Oregon firefighter who was detained by Border Patrol while battling that massive wildfire, has now been released from the ICE detention center in Tacoma. So here's what we know. He's 23 years old. He was brought to the U.S. at the age of 4 by his farm worker parents, and he has worked 3 different fire seasons. His family, they were actually crime victims. His father's testimony helped convict a fraud ring back in 2017, and because of that, they applied for U visas, which are meant to protect victims who cooperate with law enforcement. And his application has been stuck in backlog for more than 7 years, which is a story that you hear repeated quite often. And so how did the arrests happen? Now, we're learning more about that through the Seattle Times. While Hernandez was working the Bear Gulch fire, a Bureau of Land Management ranger was asked to investigate alleged time card fraud by 2 private contractor crews. And that ranger brought in Border Patrol. So the agents showed up at the work camp, lined up firefighters, blocked the exits, and then, according to court filings, even whistled at them like they were dogs. And then they sorted people into good or cleared. And when they got to Hernandez, he handed over his official red card showing his firefighting qualifications. But when they asked where he was born, he invoked his constitutional right to remain silent. An agent laughed, cuffed him, and told him he was under arrest because he was here illegally. That was a quote. And his attorney says that was racial profiling, plain and simple. So Hernandez was then transported hundreds of miles away for almost 48 hours. His family and attorneys didn't even know where he was, and he was being held, and each request to speak to an attorney was denied. And so this week, ICE attorneys abruptly just dropped the case. And they said it's no longer in the best interest of the government. He was released on Tuesday. He's back home in Oregon, and he says he's thankful for the prayers and the rallies, and now he wants to help others, just like people helped him. There's one other firefighter who was arrested that day. That person is still in ICE custody.
So we don't know the reason why that person is still there, and we also don't know the real reason why this person was released. This is why that all of this continuing to happen, the non-due process that continues to happen, this is why it is so sketchy. And I know that sometimes there are people who says, well, is that person legal? If they're not, get them out of here. That's not the point. The point is I think that we all want things to happen the right way. What if your daughter marries someone that is in this situation and then that happens? It would have a huge impact on you. Being whisked away hundreds of miles, no conversations, no details, no nothing. That is scary. And if there's one thing, I'll keep it simple, Ursula. If there's one thing that the United States of America has had over the rest of the world, is just that, the due process. Weren't just that right there of all the problems that we've had, and we have a lot of problems, but this part of it right here, the United States was the trendsetter in this, and we've lost that first place.
Yeah, we're a model. The other thing is, this is what sows the distrust in what is happening.
Yeah.
Because we're seeing that due process is not always there. When you hear the rest of the story, it's like, oh, okay, now we see, why wasn't that work being done? I mean, it's just, and I want to say, because I know that there are going to be people who say, well, why don't you bring up what happened in Texas? Now, we actually need to bring up this deadly attack at a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement facility in Dallas.
Yeah.
Because early yesterday, a gunman opened fire from a rooftop near the ICE field office and targeted detainees in a van. One person was killed. 2 others were critically wounded. No officers were hurt. But the shooter is now identified as 29-year-old Joshua John, and he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. And so I saw that Senator Ted Cruz and some other politicians were coming out saying this rhetoric and this anti-ICE talk by the left needs to stop, and this is causing people to, and the demonizing of ICE. And I just want to be real careful and say, we're not demonizing ICE. We are reporting on what is happening and why there is a lot of distrust. We also said that the King County Council member, Sarah Perry, who put out an ICE location and put it on her Facebook page, was completely reckless about that. That was ridiculous, and she was wrong to do that.
Yes.
But again, reporting about what is happening with these immigration sweeps and how people are not getting due process does not equal demonization, if that makes sense. Right. This was so there's a couple things about this thing in Texas. This was the second shooting at a Texas ICE site this year. There was a July 4th attack, and Homeland Security leaders say these incidents reflect rising hostility toward immigration enforcement officers. And critics blame the Trump administration's aggressive immigration crackdowns for escalating tensions. Again.
Can I ask a dumb question?
Yeah.
If you were anti-ICE, why would you shoot detainees?
If you're anti-ICE?
Yeah.
Well, the reason why you're so... Well, I don't... Here's the thing. There's a lot of things that we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, and the reason you're saying anti-ICE because there was some writing on the bullets.
Yeah, if
were
supposedly this rhetoric about ICE led to this shooting, why would that person then shoot detainees?
Well, did that person know they were shooting detainees? But there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. I don't want to go there.
I'm not
going there. I'm not trying to. We don't know. Unfortunately, this person's dead. Go ahead.
I'm not trying to be one of your uncles that's always the conspiracy theorist. So I'm not going to do that. There's two things that I want to cover before we get out of this segment. One, something seems really strange with this story. Really strange. I don't know what that is. Do I think we'll ever know? Probably not. And two, I really want to take this time to really show you all something. When we start talking about the demonization of different groups and people. You know, Ursula, we have a job and we get on here. A lot of people listen to what we say. And I want to show you how words matter. Could you all imagine if I came on today's show and I talked about what happened in Dallas, who the alleged suspect was, and I got on here and I used my platform to tell you and try to demonize white men. If I use my platform to tell you and how I would say, if I were to say that white men are a threat in this country, because every time you turn on the news, that is who the people are that happens to be doing these shootings. I'm saying that to just have some hit pause. When you hear the rhetoric, when you hear it, recognize it. And by the way, I would never do something so callous that way because I think that is ignorant. I think that is the problem that we have in this country. We have to stop labeling people. So the next time you're on social media and you see someone demonize the trans community or you demonize the immigrants here in this country, take pause and remember this, what I just said just now. World famous Would You Rather comes up next.
You're in your car every day, but when's the last time your car had a checkup? At Subaru of Puyallup, we make it easy with stress-free service. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Swing by before work, after work, or whenever it fits your schedule. No hassle, no pressure, just expert care on your schedule. Your car deserves it, and so do you. Schedule your appointment today at SubaruofPuyallup.com. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership.
Hey, it's John Curley with some great news. If your home's heating or cooling is uneven, noisy, or expensive, listen up. The Quilt Ductless Heat Pump System from Home Comfort Alliance is changing the game. It gives you room-by-room control and next-gen efficiency, so you're only heating where you need it. That means real comfort and real savings, and every quilt system qualifies for max tax credits. Trusted for 50 years. Call the comfort people today at HomeComfortAlliance.com.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at LesSchwab.com.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have Leaf Filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. 1 discount per household.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row. And while you're there, check out my latest dirty job. It's a good one.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
You know that cartoon of the three-eyed fish swimming in polluted water next to a nuclear power plant?
Yeah, classic.
I used to think that was real, but I just learned that nuclear energy waste isn't some glowing green goo. It's actually used fuel rods from nuclear reactors that made electricity.
Wait, so no barrels of leaking sludge?
No, solid used fuel rods are safely stored at all the nuclear power plants in the U.S., including the one in Richland.
So the cartoon fish isn't real?
Not even close. Learn the facts about nuclear energy and used fuel at energy-northwest.com.
Open enrollment for Medicare happens every year, but for a lot of people, it's still confusing. Hi, this is Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man. Don't worry, help is on the way with a Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit brought to you by the Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program. Find out what's changing and learn about your options for Medicare with 7 easy steps to get ready for open enrollment. Order your free copy of the Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit at insurance.wa.gov or pick up a copy at your local library or senior center.
Okay, Nick, this how we feeling?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Back in the day.
Now, Chef, man, it might be a news boss, but can I get some good music like Ursula got yesterday? Not music, but good.
Wait,
intro.
what are we doing?
Yeah.
Would you rather, the world famous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we need to create the world famous intro.
Yeah.
Okay.
We should have Allie in Tacoma do the intro one day. But anyway.
Let me make something crystal clear. This one truly scares me.
It's time to make Ursula uncomfortable.
All right, Chef, there you go.
Okay, there you go.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Would you rather give up your smartphone for a year or give up streaming anything on TV movies for a year?
Easy. I can give up streaming anything on TV for a year because I don't do it.
I just want to tell you, of all the Would You Rathers, this might be one of the hardest.
Really?
Yeah.
You're hooked on both.
I'm hooked on both. Both with an F. Hooked on both.
Uh-huh.
I guess I'd give up the TV.
Yeah.
Give me my phone.
Yeah. Because honestly, you can watch a lot of the things on your phone too.
Yeah.
That's so easy. It's definitely streaming. Because I have to keep myself away. Because once I start, I just binge and I can't stop, and so I cut myself off.
You know, you often say, "How come you never watch the shows that I recommend?" You say that, and it's nothing.
Why you don't?
It's exactly what Chef just said. I cannot get invested in anything because I know I will watch it one time, then I can't do it another time, or when I do really get into a show, then I have to binge watch, and that's my whole weekend. I can't just stop. Then I do,
So right now, currently, you don't have a show?
No. Nope. I have a social life, though.
Wow. Hey, everybody, that was a subtle shot at G.
No. You've got a very, very busy social and work life. No, I'm just saying that I'm forcing myself to be out there and to do it.
Okay. Here's a fun one. This is not fun for me, but I know it could be fun for some of you. Would you rather explore space and live on Mars or explore the ocean and live under the sea?
I would love to explore the ocean and live under the sea. Oh my gosh. Every time I go snorkeling, I just marvel at what I see. I regret that I never got into scuba diving because it is a whole nother world, and it is so gorgeous and so relaxing. One of my, I shared this with all of you before, but in case you didn't hear it, one of my most memorable times in my entire life was when we went snorkeling in Cozumel. And unfortunately, Mark was sick. This was while we were on a cruise, and the boys were with us. And the three of us went snorkeling. And I tell you, there was a moment when I said, this is what it means to have peace.
I'm sorry. I can't do that. See, let me go to Mars and them. I
Seriously?
I can't do this. The water scares me. Y'all.
Okay.
Yeah, the ocean terrifies me too.
Terrifies me. Like when you went to go do that and you were bragging and you were having fun sending us pictures.
I was sitting.
Like that would scare me. I don't want to go down there.
You would.
No,
you tried it once, and we did this motorized thing. It was like a scooter, but for the ocean, and it helped go a lot faster,
right?
And going deep. It was incredible. It was
Ursula,
incredible.
it's never too late to do scuba diving. Like they have classes in Edmonds. All the people I see diving there are in their 50s, 60s, or older.
My age group.
I almost said the word. I don't. But I'm gonna go living under the sea.
Generation.
Gee, would you seriously want to go the rest of your life? The rest of your life eating potatoes that were grown in Martian soil mixed with your own recycled feces, or the bounty of the sea? I'm going seafood.
I've been doing.
Do you know how much good seafood there is?
Hey, you guys ever had that friend in your life that just takes things to the extreme? That's Chef.
That's always Chef.
Never seen The Martian? Read the book?
This is the last one. You guys ready?
Yes.
Here we go. Would you rather save the life of a stranger today or guarantee the safety of someone you love 10 years from now?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Would you rather save the life of a stranger today or guarantee the safety of someone you love 10 years from now?
That's one of those I want to do both.
No, this is an easy trolley problem.
But if I had to choose, it would be my loved one in the future.
Just say it with your chest. There you go. Just say it. You know what I mean?
How about you?
I'm saving a family member somebody I love 10 years from now. Guaranteed. What you doing, Chef?
This is not even a question.
I don't even know
That's
you.
not even a question.
I don't even know you. What you talking about?
I don't need no Citizen of the Year award. I just want my family to be safe.
I mean, today I do nice stuff and still get accused. Somebody just texted me right now and said, "Gee, you always try to say these folks are doing bad." So I ain't gonna save a stranger. I'm saving somebody that I actually love. This is easy.
Okay. Text us. Scott in Snoqualmie Ridge says, "Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? Ursula, not G."
SquarePants. Hey, coming up next at 10 o'clock, you know we're going to be talking about the Seattle Mariners, but we also got a big game tonight, Thursday night football. The Seahawks go down to Glendale and play against La Boo Boo and the Arizona Cardinals. That's going to happen. Ursula, you know what La Boo Boo is, don't you?
Sure do.
Okay. Oh, you do know who La Boo Boo is?
La Boo Boo, those dolls?
Nah, I'll tell you at 10 o'clock. We're going to be doing that next. Gee and Ursula.
Everyone needs their own spot in the sun. It doesn't have to be big. Sometimes just enough for a chair, a book, and a cup of coffee. You might have a decking issue to solve, or maybe you're looking for a trellis. Whatever your needs, our staff is ready to help you plan your next outdoor living project, free of charge. Stop by your local Dunn Lumber to get started on your next outdoor living project, or contact me personally, Mike Dunn, at DunnLumber.com.
Dunn Lumber, building success together.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck is about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with a team that doesn't just set up your listings and let it sit. The Novak team creates a marketing strategy that's hands down proven successful. Mike sold over 1,500 homes and guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If Mike doesn't get your home under contract within 21 days, he sells it for free. That is no commission for Mike. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks. NOVAKS.com.
Your time is money. So why are you wasting it stuck in I-5 gridlock, TSA slowdowns, and SeaTac crowds? Isn't it time to travel smarter? Seaport Airlines offers high-frequency commuter shuttle service from Seattle's Boeing Field to Portland. Park for free next to our terminals. Check in 20 minutes before your departure. Get there faster without the hassles. Seaport Airlines. It's about time. Book today at flyseaportair.com.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Vanity Fair calls BritBox a delicious streamer. Collider says everyone should be watching. Catch Britain's next best series with BritBox. Stream acclaimed new originals like Code of Silence.
You read lips, right?
And Linley, based on the best-selling mystery series.
Say hi, Linley. Take it from here.
And don't miss the new season of Karen Piri coming this October.
You don't look like police.
I'll take that as a compliment. See it differently when you stream the best of British TV with BritBox. Watch with a free trial today.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
Are you road trip ready? Bucky's Complete Auto Repair will make your car safe and dependable with expert service and old-fashioned care. Brakes, oil change, factory service, and more. No appointment needed, and yes, friendly financing is available. Bucky's.com.
KIRO FM and HD1 Tacoma, Seattle.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Steve Kathan. President Trump indicates his United Nations trip this week may have laid the groundwork for a Gaza deal.
We had a great meeting the other day at UNGA, as you know, and I think we're close to getting some kind of a deal done. Yeah, we want to get the hostages back. I have to get the hostages back. We're the ones that got the hostages, all of them.
I'm Peter King. President Mahmoud Abbas says the Palestinian Authority will cooperate with the U.S. and other countries on a plan for what he calls a just peace with democratic reforms. That's if Palestine is recognized as a sovereign state. Abbas is heard here through an interpreter.
Peace cannot be achieved if justice is not achieved, and there can be no justice if Palestine is not freed.
Abbas says Palestinians will not leave their homelands. Quote, our people will remain rooted like the olive trees.
At the White House, CBS's Willie James Inman says the president also doubled down today on criticism of Russia's Vladimir Putin.
The president focused heavily on the war in Ukraine with these remarks with the President Erdogan. They're sitting next to him. He said that Putin ought to stop, and he then went on to say that they believe that he's very disappointed in President Putin as Russia continues to assault Ukraine.
There's been a major settlement between the government and the top online retailers.
Shop deals up to 40% off this Prime Big Deal Days.
Amazon agreeing to pay $2.5 billion to settle allegations that it tricked people into Prime memberships and made it hard to cancel. The FBI says the gunman who fired on an ICE facility in Dallas yesterday left a note saying he wanted the attack to, quote, give ICE agents real terror. Texas Governor Greg Abbott.
This is unacceptable to see these multiple high number of attacks on ICE, on law enforcement. It's an attack against our country itself.
Well, CBS's Natalie Brand has more on the prospect of a criminal indictment against former FBI Director James Comey.
Multiple sources tell CBS News federal prosecutors are now considering bringing a case against Comey before a grand jury. There are reports they're looking into charging him with lying to Congress when he testified in 2020 about the FBI's investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 presidential election.
I stand by what the testimony you summarized that I gave in May of 2017.
A new report says L.A. County's response to the deadly January wildfires was slowed by a lack of resources and outdated alert policies. Wall Street, the Dow is down 128. This is CBS News.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
Celebrating a magical night for the Mariners coming up after we go to the real-time traffic desk. This report brought to you by Subaru of Puyallup. 167 northbound is tough going again today. This is after that bridge strike earlier this week. It is slow approaching Pacific, about a 3.5-4 mile backup all the way to Sumner, looking at about a 45 to 50-minute trip from Puyallup to Renton. I-90 eastbound slow going as well. This is because of the expansion joint repair on the East Channel Bridge. It slows pretty much right when you hit the lake and doesn't clear up until you reach Bellevue. 405 northbound, the off-ramp to SR 520, a collision now blocking the left lane, a little bit heavy right now, right approaching downtown Bellevue. Rest of the map, average for this time of day. Having your vehicle serviced is our stress-free promise at Subaru of Puyallup, with convenient service hours from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership.
KIRO Newsradio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO Newsradio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Aaron Granillo. For the first time since 2001, we can say the Mariners are American League West Division champs.
The Mariners have done it. The journey just continues. The Mariners have won 16 of their last 17 games.
And they hit 5 home runs last night. Cal Raleigh with 2 of them, numbers 59 and 60, matching Babe Ruth. His father, Todd Raleigh, was at the game, tells KIRO 7 TV.
I know he's happiest when he's winning, and I know how much time goes into it all the way back to the offseason. It's a lot. It's not just the game.
Mariners can clinch a first-round bye in the playoffs with one more win tonight. Starbucks is laying off 900 corporate workers and closing hundreds of stores. That includes the Reserve Roasteries on Capitol Hill and in Soto. This is part of a push to cut costs and invest more in its cafes. CEO Brian Nichols spoke during the company's most recent earnings report.
We are building a better Starbucks where everyone can experience the best of Starbucks. One that is stronger, more resilient, and consistently growing.
Now, corporate employees were told to work from home today and tomorrow. Reports are layoff notices go out tomorrow. The mother of a missing Grays Harbor County girl has been released from prison.
Jordan Bowers, the mother of Oakley Carlson, just served time for identity theft. Oakley was last seen in 2021. She was 4 years old. Jeremy Holmes in the Grays Harbor County Sheriff's Office says Bowers and Oakley's father remain the only persons of interest in the case.
One thing I will say is we are working with the Grays Harbor County Prosecutor's Office into potentially looking into a no-body homicide prosecution.
A $100,000 reward is being offered for information that leads to the location and recovery of Oakley. Frank Lenzi, KIRO News Radio.
Seahawks are in Arizona tonight looking for their 3rd straight win. Coach Mike McDonald on playing Thursday night football.
I think the preparation and how you take care of your body to get ready to go play is really important. That's probably the first thing. And then the second thing is run stuff that you can do,
Seahawks Cardinals kick off at 5:15. Pre-game coverage starts at 2 right here on KIRO News Radio. Weather update brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We'll see mostly sunny skies today. Highs in the mid to upper 60s. Right now, 59 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO Newsradio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, hey, hey. Happy Thursday, September 26th. Welcome into the Gee and Ursula Show. If you're new to the show, where you been? And if you have been with this show for a long time and you keep coming back, welcome back and thank you. Good morning, Ursula.
Yeah, thank you. And if you are listening to us and it's kind of like a 2 or 3 day kind of thing, we would love if you made it a 4 or 5 day kind of thing. Yeah, we love our listeners who say, been listening since day one, and you are just part of my morning routine. Even if we make you upset sometimes.
Do you think anybody listens more than Dennis in Seattle?
No. And that's for all shows.
That's for
Dennis
all shows.
in Seattle, I think, is our number one. I mean, he knows everything about every show.
Get you a Dennis in Seattle in your life, and you'll have support forever.
We don't need you to be that dedicated, although,
yes,
hey,
we do.
Take it.
Yes, we do.
Take it. But anyway, our text line is open for you as always, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. Okay, we have a couple of contenders for biggest Mariners fans.
We do?
And I will tell you that one person's name who keeps coming up is Aaron Granillo, who happens to be our anchor this morning. But people are nominating you as our big anchor.
Well, I'm flattered.
I'll share some of my Aaron Granillo conversations about the Mariners. Oh, no.
Okay, I know. But he's had to wait a long time for this day. And so we're going to share. Coming up at 11 o'clock, Aaron, how are you feeling this morning?
Oh, my gosh. I couldn't sleep last night. I woke up multiple times in the middle of the night watching, first off, the 59th run by Cal.
Yeah.
Holy.
That was so. Where did that go? Was that ended
Upper
up in Tukwila?
Yeah. 440 feet.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I mean, what can you say about him that hasn't been said already?
I know.
He's the MVP.
I didn't realize that this is one of those once-in-a-lifetime kind of things.
This is like once in sports history. This isn't even lifetime. This is once in baseball.
Oh, wow.
And that's America's pastime.
Wow. Okay, well, Aaron, we're going to have you join us at 11 o'clock because we have a couple of big Mariners fans, and we'll have fun having that conversation.
Did I say it was September 24th?
You sure? Gee, what's going on?
Because
It's the 25th.
Janet and Kent just texted me and told me that it's the 25th. Oh, my goodness.
It is.
I'd be messing up.
Okay, but we'll get right to it.
All right.
What's new at 10?
Confusion is swirling in Chelan County over whether triple homicide suspect Travis Decker is really dead. Now, that body was found in the woods near Leavenworth last week. Investigators say the location and the clothing strongly suggest that it is him.
We recognize that the clothing we found, the personal items, were consistent with images that we had collected of Mr. Decker before.
But Sheriff Mike Morrison tells King 5 News it's not going to be official until DNA results come back, possibly within the next day or two.
I would love to come out as the sheriff for our county and say this case has been concluded, Mr. Decker's been located, but we're just not at that point yet. I know our community, just like us, wants this kind of closure. We're there, but I will not say it unless I'm 100% positive that I can look my citizens in the eye and say, you have nothing else to fear. This case is closed.
And he is apologizing for the miscommunication after the U.S. Marshals filed paperwork in federal court declaring Decker deceased. And he also warns that we may never find out what caused his death because of the condition of the remains. And again, just in case anyone's confused, it's the Marshal's office says they found his DNA on the clothing, but the sheriff is saying we want it to come back from the remains, that it is his DNA. But he says it is an emotional roller coaster. He understands that, and he says he hopes that the community can just hang on a little bit longer.
I got a lot of respect for the sheriff of Chelan County.
Me too.
Here's this guy. He wants to get it right. He says, hey, we can assume until we blue in the face. Yes, there's DNA that's matched the clothes, but I need the DNA to match the body. In the case right now, Ursula, it's interesting because I literally had just called you. And by the way, I know sometimes you guys wonder, does G really pay attention to the news? Listen.
G is a news hound.
Plain
and simple.
I literally do not shut off.
You don't.
Like, I know I didn't research this. By the way, just so you know, it's a shtick. It's me being funny. I had called Ursula yesterday, and I had said to her, I said, wow, Homeland Security had mentioned yesterday early on that down in Dallas at the ICE detention center, they had mentioned there were 3 people that were killed. And then it turns into 1. And I told Ursula, you can't do that right now. Right now, there's so much misinformation, such lack of trust. You can't do that.
Yes.
So then we talk about the sheriff doing this. Respect.
Totally get it. Yes, as much as he would want the case to be closed, and this is a case that has consumed them. And I will also say, because they found these remains not far from where the girls were found murdered.
Right.
And they had done these extensive searches, and as our reporter Luke Ducey has been covering, just day in, day out, they were going through everywhere. And I think that there's, some hint and some nuance about, how did they miss this? You can't even imagine the kind of terrain that they're talking about, what that entails, et cetera, et cetera. And I appreciate that this sheriff is saying,
too.
I just want to be very, very careful before I say case is closed.
Respect.
Okay, you live in Tacoma, so I don't know if you know about what is going on, but the News Tribune has an opinion piece this morning that is taking Tacoma city leaders to task. Sorry, I had to sneeze and had to just stifle it, over a minimum wage initiative.
Okay.
So the backstory is that activists have collected 10,000 signatures to put a workers' bill of rights on the ballot, which would raise the minimum wage in Tacoma to $20 an hour for big employers, $18 for mid-sized businesses, and $17 for the smallest shops. And it also requires 2 weeks' notice on work schedules. But the city council did not vote to send it to the ballot until August 8th, which is 3 days after the August 5th deadline. And then instead of fixing that mistake, the city's attorneys have been arguing in court that nobody can make them put it on a ballot. So the supporters sued, and a judge has now ordered the measure to go to voters in a special February election. And the city's legal department is now pushing back, saying the judge doesn't have that authority, and even suggesting there's no constitutional right for citizens to run local initiatives. Wait, what? Former Tacoma Mayor Bill Barsma tells the newspaper that he's never seen anything like it. He calls it a head-scratcher. And the city, for its part, is issuing statements saying that the measure would hurt Tacoma residents and families. But the News Tribune's editorial writers are saying that doesn't answer the key question. Did the city council deliberately stall this initiative to keep voters from weighing in? And so now the fight isn't even about whether raising the wage is good or bad policy. It's about whether Tacoma's leaders are playing fair with their own rules or blocking an initiative that they don't like. So as someone who lives in Tacoma, I would love to hear your thoughts.
Get back to work. Right? Right now, it needs to be mandatory. Y'all not going to like me for this. All city and county government employees need to be at work 5 days a week. So some would hear me saying this, and they would say, well, gee, this isn't the reason.
Yeah, right? Or,
How do I know?
Yeah.
How do I know that this isn't the reason why this happened? It's either happened for one or two reasons. It either happened on purpose or it happened by accident. If it happened by accident and you're not 5 days a week, I can only assume that there's miscommunication.
Oh,
you see, that's the reason why you and I do a show here every day. I can be at home, but to give the people what they want and the type of show that they need and the best communication, you and I have to be here in person.
Mm-hmm.
So I know people are saying, gee, you don't know what you're talking about. You know what? Fair. I don't know what I'm talking about. But why don't you get back to work 5 days a week, and then we can make sure this won't happen again.
But what about the idea, okay, and you know where I stand on that. I agree. But what about this whole idea, though, that the council doesn't like this, so they stall it, they do a slow roll, now miss the deadline, now they're saying, well, we think this is going to be bad. Give the voters a chance to vote on it. I mean, other cities have done the whole minimum wage thing.
Mm-hmm. And
right?
When you do these things, so here's what's going to happen, Ursula. You're talking about this today, and then the next time that there's any type of election, and Ursula, you guys know how she gets when voter turnout is less than.
Oh, my God.
These are some of the reasons, because people lack trust in government because of stories like this.
Exactly.
They don't forget these things. Somebody right now is screaming to the radio, $30 car tabs.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, exactly. Yes, you do. Yes, you're bingo on that point when they feel like their vote doesn't count. It's like, okay,
right?
You're not even. But yeah, this is lame.
And Ursula, what can you say back to people when this happens?
Well, I keep saying the best way to get people out that you don't want is your vote.
Mm-hmm.
That is the number one way to cancel somebody.
Yep.
Is to vote.
Yep.
So that would be that. Okay, let's lighten it up because we are talking about the Mariners.
Okay.
So you know the history even better than I, but what was the team accomplished yesterday is so significant.
Mm-hmm.
So AL West Division champs.
Yep.
Do I have that word correct?
Yeah. AL,
okay,
yep.
so
You
yes.
got it.
And so go through the history. When was the last time? Because you have questions about what were you doing?
Yeah, what were you doing? The last times, they've only done this 4 times in franchise history. Next year, I think, will be the 50th season of Mariner baseball. 1995, my daughter was just born. Shout out to Ashlyn. She was just born in 1995. 1997, that was the year Biggie was shot and killed that year in 1997. I remember where I was then. 2001, where this city, probably the best summer of my entire life, Ursula, and I was broke. But it was a good summer. 40,000 at Safeco Field, it was called then back then, every night. And so in 2001, you thought, hey, this is going to keep happening. 24 years later, so everybody needs to savor that moment. So that's that. But I want to go back to something that was said in October of 2023.
Okay.
Because something was said in October of 2023, and some might say, oh, you can't say that. When's the last time you all had a family meeting and you got to the kitchen table and somebody said some things that probably shouldn't have said, made you uncomfortable, but you learned from it? I want to go back to October 2023. Do you guys know who Cal Raleigh is, right? The guy that just hit the 60th home run. And he was upset because the team had missed the playoffs. And he wanted the team, and he kept urging them to be more aggressive in free agency to get the big-time players that they need to compete at a higher level. And, of course, Chef is the greatest producer in the world. Watch this.
We got to commit to winning. We have to, commit to getting those players. You see other teams going out, going for it, getting big-time pitchers, getting big-time hitters, and we have to do that to keep up. And, I think we've done a great job of growing some players here and within the farm system. But sometimes you have to go out and you have to buy, and that's just the name of the game.
Now, that's
Did you remember how controversial that was?
Oh, it's controversial.
Oh, people are like,
his manager told him to control his emotions.
Yeah. I mean, because sometimes people don't want to hear the truth, because sometimes there's been some people that's texting in today. Sometimes the truth makes people feel uncomfortable. And so when Cal Raleigh says that, they feel uncomfortable. Like it would be like me going home and my wife saying to me, hey, baby, you need to start working out a lot more. You know what I mean?
You don't want to hear it from your wife, or you don't want to hear it from someone else. You want it to be your own idea.
Boom.
Right?
Boom.
So, because they ended up making some changes.
They did. Right? The ownership, matter of fact, they did it this year, Ursula. And as soon as they made the changes, guess what happened? By the way, I'm on week 14 straight of 5 days of the week. I'm telling you right now, I'm eating my spinach. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? But the Mariners right now, they doing it, Ursula. They doing it.
Okay.
Where was you at in 1995? Let's go through Ursula's life.
Okay, 1995.
What was you doing?
I was still here at KIRO. But I was doing a combination of reporting and news anchoring. I became what you call the person who does all the different things in the newsroom, like that utility player,
right?
Because I was kind of getting bored of just reporting, and I was thinking about, we were trying to have our first child. So Stephen wasn't even born. Stephen was born in 1996.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So yeah. So and then I was, but listen to this. So in 1995, this was the Billboard Song of the Year.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize
that's how far back we need to go.
Stephen, you like a little Coolio, brother? Stephen, this is Coolio, man. This is Coolio.
Stephen, were you born?
Yeah.
1995. Okay.
You were born in 90?
Okay, there you go.
Stephen, you look good, bro.
Yeah,
Man.
Thank you.
You look good. Oh, Coolio, may he rest in peace. Go ahead. Who's next?
Okay,
Ursula?
and then 1997, this was the #1 song. Thank you, Elton John.
Oh, this is Elton?
Yes.
Elton, a bad man. Oh, yeah, okay. I do that. All right, what's up with 2001?
Okay,
What we looking like?
Then, this is 2001.
Oh, yeah.
Lifehouse?
I don't know who sings it, but I know the song.
This is the first time I heard the song was
I was going to say,
today.
is this one-time hit? Okay, but... Okay, I'm going to get serious here for a second.
Okay.
Because I was trying to think, like, why is it that I don't remember 2001 and why with the Mariners of 2001?
Really? Why don't you?
2001 was, well, a couple of things. That was one of the most traumatic years of our family's life. My oldest brother died by suicide. So that was one. I had a 1-year-old at that point.
9/11?
9/11. And so, because I was thinking, like, why do I have a mind block? Like, I know we always bring up 2001, but for me, it wasn't this joyous moment.
Right.
So, in any case, it just makes what's happening right now that much sweeter.
Well, since you're a news hound and you've been doing it for 37 of them, 37 years. Sometimes I forget I'm on a radio show. If you go back to 1995 in your job and you're covering, and then you compare it to the news that we talk about today, my question is which job is harder, 1995 or 2025
are you
for
kidding
you?
me? Now.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Tell us why.
Well, because of where we are, where we are, and how divided we are. I don't say it lightly when I say I want us to be more united.
Yeah.
I really do, and I know that for some of you, you think we're part of the problem. We never intend to be part of the problem. We always want to bring understanding.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Well, how about you? I mean, so what were you doing in
1995?
Yeah.
Not caring about nobody but myself. 95 was great for me. I only cared about me. I was a freshman out there in college. I was doing my thing. I was in the best shape of my life. I had an 8-pack back then. You know what I mean? I was in fantastic shape. So life was good. Chef, I want to check in with you. 1995, where were you, sir?
I still remember I was age 12. I was in the car at Burger King with my dad and my brother listening to Dave Niehaus on the radio call the double, that game winner.
Really?
The 11th inning. Yeah, and I'd like my bus driver that year in school put the Mariners games on when they were during the day, followed the whole year.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I watched the game with Matthew last night, and I just said, "You're never gonna forget this moment right here. This is gonna be a moment you'll remember for the rest of your life."
So true. I love that.
Are we going to talk to the biggest Mariner fan
Yes.
at 11?
Well, we're going to talk to several. So we're going to open it up. But again, text us, 888-973-5476, 888-973 KIRO. We would love to hear from you. Tell us why you think you're the biggest Mariners fan.
Coming up next, this needs to be a Ursula, you be the judge. That's right. This needs to be a you be the judge. And here's the thing. At concerts or at games, are you for or against folks standing up the whole time? Okay, let's talk about it. Next, Gee Ursula.
Hey, that energy, that sensation we're all feeling right now, that's playoff fever.
Let's just talk about these Mariners.
They're the talk of the town.
They've won 14 of 15 games.
Can we just talk about that catch by Robles?
A season-saving catch by Victor Robles.
KIRO Newsradio has all the Mariners buzz.
It's just kind of unbelievable.
And our partner Seattle Sports has the games. Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
It's your boy G. Scott here, and you know what? The kids are back in school. The Mariners are winning. It's rally time, and I encourage everyone right now to rally around the campaign to keep kids healthy. Here's the truth. Kids need fruits and veggies to be strong, stay focused, and live healthy lives. But for families on tight budgets, those essentials can be out of reach. That's where we come in. Together, the Washington State Department of Health and Safeway need you to help make a difference, making fresh fruits and veggies accessible to families and kids. Safeway is deeply committed to nourishing our communities. Every dollar donated is another dollar eligible families can use on fresh produce. And with SNAP Produce Match, they can buy twice as much with each dollar. Let's work together to make sure every kid has access to the nutrition that they deserve. Next time you are at a neighborhood Safeway, please say yes at checkout to donate to Keep Kids Healthy campaign. Together, we can one bite at a time. Learn more and start saving at Safeway.com/SNAP or on your Safeway for You app.
At Kia of Everett, we make leasing your new Kia simple, easy, and fun. Now through September 30th, lease a 2025 Kia EV6 Lite for just $99 a month for 24 months with $49.99 due at signing.
Lease payment on approved credit with Kia Finance America plus tax after $8,300 Kia Finance America 24-month lease cash and Kia of Everett discount of $2,734. Quoted payment is before monthly sales tax and fees. Select vehicles only subject to prior sale. See dealer for full details.
The best drive you'll ever take is to Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
This hour is brought to you by Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So, how many chickens do you think there are on the farm?
3,000?
What do you think chickens eat?
Grass.
What else?
Seed.
So, do you know what organic eggs are?
The ones that you put in brownies?
Yes, the ones you put in brownies.
We hope you choose fresh eggs from our family farm.
Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today. See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount. One discount per household.
Considering selling your home or downsizing? Visit themadronagroup.com for no obligation counsel.
The Madrona Group's team of John L. Scott experts makes it easy, guiding you to best pricing and timing, maximizing your profit with smart technology and unparalleled integrity. 5-star reviews and industry best according to Zillow, Google, Yelp, Facebook, and Redfin. This Saturday, hear the Madrona Group's Jason Fox on KIRO News Radio's Home Matters. Maximize your home sale. Visit themadronagroup.com.
So what will you have today? Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry?
When it comes to picking ice cream, there are lots of choices, and they all look and sound so good. Choosing a Medicare plan is a lot like that. So many options, all sound good. But if you pick a plan that's not right for you, there can be serious consequences. Hi, this is Herb Weisbaum, the Consumer Man. Open enrollment season is right around the corner, and you're going to be inundated with advertisements encouraging you to choose this Medicare Advantage plan or that one. Maybe the best choice for you is traditional Medicare. To make an informed decision, you need to do your homework. The Insurance Commissioner's Sheba program has a free Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit to get you started.
This is Insurance Commissioner Patty Kuderer. Our Medicare Jumpstart Toolkit has a checklist of 7 easy steps to help you decide which Medicare plan is right for you.
Order your free toolkit today at insurance.wa.gov. That's insurance.wa.gov. Or pick up a copy at your local library or senior center. Then go get an ice cream.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Experience the thrill of seeing orcas and humpback whales with Puget Sound Express. Join their family-run tours for guaranteed whale sightings, departing daily from Edmonds. These are Seattle's most popular and well-reviewed whale tours. Book now at PugetSoundExpress.com.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Aaron Granillo. It was the biggest win of the year for the Mariners.
The first division title for the Mariners since 2001. The Mariners have done it.
And Cal Raleigh did something truly historic.
Fly ball to right field, number 60! Last night, he became just the 7th major leaguer to reach 60 home runs in a season. He's the first catcher to do it. Earlier this season, Raleigh broke the long-standing MLB record for homers by a switch hitter set by Mickey Mantle back in 1961. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
Microsoft takes a stand against Israel. The company announced today it's disabling cloud and AI services for a unit within the Israeli military. President Brad Smith says the company found evidence that Israel is using Microsoft technology to spy on citizens in Gaza and the West Bank. Smith says that goes against the company's commitment to privacy and human rights. Amazon agrees to pay $2.5 billion to settle a lawsuit with the Federal Trade Commission over Prime subscriptions. Details from KIRO News Radio's Charlie Harger.
The FTC alleged Amazon made it too hard for users to cancel and enrolled some without consent. The Financial Times says more changes are expected in the coming months.
Amazon denies any wrongdoing but says it will update its cancellation process. There's been a big whiskey heist in Skagit County.
Westland Distillery tells the Seattle Times that 12,000 bottles vanished from its Burlington warehouse in July. Among them were bottles of its prized Garyana 10th anniversary release. Now, Westland suspects a truck driver provided fraudulent documents to a broker the distillery had contracted to handle the delivery, and that's how they got the clearance to pick up the bottles in the first place, which are valued at more than $900,000. Frank Lindsay, KIRO News Radio.
Turning now to the real-time traffic desk. This report is brought to you by Washington 811. We have cleared a crash on 405 northbound, the off-ramp to SR 520. Starting to see the backups clear in downtown Bellevue. Elsewhere, still got that bridge strike causing backups on northbound 167 approaching Pacific. About a 4-mile backup all the way to Sumner. About 45 to 50 minutes right now from Puyallup to Renton. And I-90 eastbound starting to clear out a little bit, but still seeing some backups on Mercer Island approaching the East Channel Bridge. This is because of the expansion joint bridge work. Other than that, the map is average for this time of day. Typical slowdowns into downtown Seattle, starting at about the University District and northbound right around Boeing Field. If you are digging in your yard, the law requires you to call 811 to avoid dangerous and costly damages to utility lines. Call 811 or submit online at digsafewa.com. Forecast now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mostly clear skies today. Maybe some slight haze from wildfire smoke with highs in the low to mid-60s. Right now 59 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
You scared?
This is the Gee and Ursula Show, and I'm entering the segment with some trepidation. I am, because I think I'm going to be on the losing side of this.
Turn the text message off. I don't even want you to look at the text messages.
Yes. Okay, so here's the deal. The Seattle Times has come up with this list of unwritten rules for attending a concert, a show, or a performing arts event. And during our morning meeting, I shared with the guys what happened at a recent concert at Chateau Saint Michel.
Mm-hmm.
So the first rule here is don't stand more than necessary. Some folks cannot stand for hours, and nobody wants to spend the show staring at your backside. So if you want to dance or you want to stand, head to a designated area. That's according to these rules. One woman in her 70s even got told to bleep off when she asked someone to sit down so she could see. So you be the judge on this one. What do you think is a good rule to follow when it comes to... Okay, let me just set the scene, because I think it's different in different scenarios. Mm-hmm. So this is Chateau Saint Michel, and understand that there is a reserved seating area where people are sitting on seats, on chairs that they bring in.
Ta-ta.
And then, ta-ta, that was not us.
Okay.
We were outside the ropes. We were in the grass area, and it's kind of a slight slope, but you can bring your own little low seats, right? Or you're sitting on grass.
Right.
And people get up. It's not a designated area to go dancing. I mean, people get up when they feel like getting up, if they especially like the music. And this last time I was there, a gentleman and his girlfriend or his wife, they were they were really getting into it, and they were having a good time, and they were kind of off to the side, but they were dancing. I mean, they were right in front of us. So when they stood up, I mean, I'm looking at his butt, right? And I'm like, you know what? They're having a good time. I'm good. We're having conversation too. Again, it's really kind of casual. But someone from behind us came up to the guy and said, "Can you sit your thing down, because you're blocking our view. We can't see." But mind you, there are parts of the concert where people will jump up and start dancing, and then they'll stay standing up for hours. So what is the rule? Because in my mind, I actually talked to the guy in front of me. I said, "Just know that I'm cool. I'm not complaining, and I'm sorry that you were talked to in that way."
Yeah.
I could have just stayed out of it, but I felt bad because it was like, now his joy was killed.
Here's what I've learned about American society. Oftentimes,
okay,
we are less considerate of others, more so than we ever have been in a long time. How I like to do things, if I'm at a concert or I'm at something, and I see that, let's just say I come to my seat. Oh, I got the case in point. I know exactly what happened. At the last play that we went to, you and I, we went to for the Wiz, for Angela, to see her daughter perform. Yeah. We went to that. There was a little kid that was behind me. I had Lillian sit in that, because I came in first. Me and Lillian switched seats.
Yeah, I do that too. So
because of the little kid.
Sure.
Right. My rule would be, if you go to concerts, sit down.
Stay seated the whole time.
Stay seated. Because most people don't care about others.
There are concerts though where people are standing. So when do you decide that you're going to stand?
Because I'm thinking about the person who They're there at that seat. Somebody wanted to bring their parents. They brought their parents to that event. You in the case, every time that dude stood up, his booty was in your face, right?
It was, but I was also having conversation. Guess
that's
what?
you, Ursula.
I could also stand up.
That's you.
Maybe you shouldn't be having conversations during the middle of the show.
But imagine if someone brings their parents,
No,
right?
I understand. I
you know what I mean?
So,
they're older.
As I told you this morning, I'm kind of conflicted because in that moment I was like, man, this person can't even have fun and enjoy this concert. On the other hand, I also understand that there are people who maybe can't stand up.
There's only one place that I think that, okay, all bets are off. Football games or sporting event, that kind of deal. But concerts, plays, and all that, man, sit down so everybody can just sit there and enjoy it. And it's not like these tickets are $19.99.
No,
people are paying big money for booty in the face.
But do you state that there are concerts where people are standing the whole entire time, and that is expected? And guess what? What was the? Oh my goodness, I can't even remember. It was I was so miserable. Green Day, the Green Day concert. Everyone wanted to stand up. You know what? I just wasn't into it, and the music was way too loud. And I know people go, "Oh my gosh, here's the boomer." I just, you know what? I stayed seated for a lot of it, and then at some point I was like, I got to go because this is killing my ears. But I didn't want to expect everyone around me to be seated. It was like there's an expectation you're going to stand.
Yeah, you're right. I want to take back something I said. I want to say this. I believe, call me naive, I believe that most people, Chef, are really conscious of the person behind them. Most people. You have those rare occasions where people just don't care and stand up, and even though they have someone behind them they can't see. Most people. So
I would disagree with your statement that most people are very conscious of the people around them, because as a 5'5" dude, it don't matter if you're standing or sitting. If I got someone who's 6 feet tall in front of me, I ain't seen the stage anyways. 6'2" dude with a hat, forget about it, man.
You win this conversation, Chef.
But what about Husky? We have tickets to Husky games. There are a lot of people who want to stand the whole time. And you know what? There's some people who are just going to sit.
If there's only half the people in the stadium standing, sit down.
Well, this Saturday, I would recommend getting there at halftime because then most people be leaving anyways.
Oh, look at you. The Huskies are playing the Ohio State. I know people were
Rick
asking
Neuheisel said that he picks the Huskies.
Ooh.
Oh, really?
What?
He did?
I did see that.
Okay.
He don't even believe
Well, it looks like I thought it was going to be overwhelmingly against me, but there are a few folks who are saying every single time I go to a concert, I stay standing the whole time.
Melinda, our good buddy Melinda in
Yes,
Bellevue says, we spent $1,000 for 2 tickets and parking. I decided maybe we're just too old to go to these concerts because people stand up all the time. It sucks and it's rude.
Ooh.
It's not an age thing either, by the way. The first concert I went to was Bruce Springsteen at the Tacoma Dome, and it was all people in their 50s, and they were standing the whole time.
Yeah, but I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. 45 and over would really rather you just sit down. just sit down.
See, I'm going to push back because I'll tell you, at that concert I was at, most of us were over the age of 45, and there were a lot of people up and dancing. Period.
Good stuff. Okay. Coming up in scenarios, somebody said washing your hands is just stupid. We talk about that next. Gee Ursula.
Your favorite Seahawks gear? Check. Face paint? Check. The Mike McDonald preview on KIRO Newsradio? Check.
We want to win the game.
Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald joins the voice of the Seahawks, Steve Rabel, in the final interview before every Seahawks game. Friday mornings, the Mike McDonald preview, only on Seattle's Morning News.
I'm really proud of the work that we've done. I'm proud of the guys' spirit.
This is where the 12s hear the Hawks. KIRO News Radio, 97.3 FM.
I'm a repeat customer of Carter Subaru because they don't just sell cars. They know how to treat their customers like family. And you will notice that from the moment you walk into their dealership. You feel it There's no pressure, no gimmicks, just genuine people who care about finding the right car for you. And Carter Subaru isn't just any dealership. It is Seattle's only Subaru dealership with the largest selection of Subarus in our state. That means you have more choices than anywhere else. And in fact, right now, there are more than 250 Subaru Crosstreks available, starting at just 1.9% financing for 48 months on approved credit. Whether you're commuting, adventuring, or you just want a reliable ride that is going to last you for years, like me, Carter Subaru has the perfect Subaru waiting for you. So visit Carter Subaru in Shoreline and Ballard, or shop anytime at cartersubaru.com. Carter Subaru, the place where customers are like family.
Hi, it's me, Flo, here to tell you that with the Progressive Home and Auto Bundle, you get 24/7 protection, so you're covered no matter where the day takes you.
Even I added too much water to the pizza dough day?
Yep.
How about getting a call from my daughter to pick her up at the airport because her boyfriend is unreliable day?
Especially that day.
What about finding out that one of my pipes suddenly burst in my basement day?
Progressive has every day covered 24/7 with a Home and Auto Bundle. Also, you have a lot of bad days.
Oh no, that was all the same day.
At least you're covered with Progressive.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. So let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything. The Capital One Saver Card is at table 27 and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu.
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
On approved credit, documentary service fee may be added to the sale or capitalized cost. Carter Subaru is buying down the rate for the 2025 Outback. Max amount finance is $20,000. See dealer for details. Valid through 9/30/25.
If you're thinking about renovating an attic, spending more time in your sunroom, or building onto your home, a Carrier ductless unit is the perfect solution for climate control. It's efficient, quiet, and incredibly flexible when it comes to installation because there's no ductwork required. It's just one more way we're making your home totally comfortable.
Your local Carrier heating and cooling dealer will improve your home's comfort, air quality, and efficiency. Visit CarrierNorthwest.com to find the expert near you. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Storybook season by Cal Raleigh. He has done it. 2026 Mariners season ticket memberships are on sale now. There's no better way to catch Cal, Julio, and the crew at T-Mobile Park with year-round savings, no ticket fees, access to exclusive pre-sales at events, and more. And you've got two great options. Reserved memberships let you lock in the best locations in the ballpark so you can make your favorite spot home all summer long, whether you want to catch 20 games or the whole season.
Oh, he makes the catch. What a snag by Julio Rodriguez.
Or go with a Flex membership, which gives you the freedom to choose your seats, games, and number of tickets as you go. Terrace Club, bleachers, right behind the dugout, divvy it up however you want. This season's been a whole lot of fun, and you won't want to miss out in 2026. Come on board today at Mariners.com/26.
The Mariners, their third consecutive shutout win.
Mariners baseball. Seize the moment.
Have you heard the saying, chuck in a truck? The guy running a roofing company out of his messy pickup? Well, here's the scary part. Washington doesn't require a test or experience to be a licensed roofer, and they definitely don't require a brick and mortar location. Chuck could be working out of his apartment with 0 employees, hiring random guys off the street. Yikes. And the SBA says 90% of roofers are out of business within 5 years. Jim here, Chief Roof Nerd at RoofSmart, where we do things right. We have a real location on Central Avenue in Kent and a team of 50 full-time roofing pros who actually know what they're doing. We're not some fly-by-night outfit. We've put down roots, or in our case, a cement foundation, so you'll always know where to find us. No disappearing acts, no cut corners, just top-quality work from people you can trust. That's RoofSmart. Come see for yourself, or call us at 206-487-4877, or visit us online at GetRoofSmart.com. That's 206-487-4877 or GetRoofSmart.com.
If you use the carpool or toll lanes along SR 167 without a Good to Go account, you'll soon receive a bill in the mail. That is a change. A Good to Go pass saves $2 on every toll. That is not a change. Learn more at goodtogo167.com.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck is about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with a team that doesn't just set up your listings and let it sit. The Novak team creates a marketing strategy that's hands down proven successful. Mike sold over 1,500 homes and guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If Mike doesn't get your home under contract within 21 days, he sells it for free. That is no commission for Mike. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks, NOVAKS.com.
Okay, it is the Gee and Ursula Show. Right now, let's get to scenarios.
Here we go now. Here we go.
What's the big deal about washing your hands after you use the restroom?
Oh, boy.
I don't get it. I never wash my hands after I pee in public. It's one of my phobias. You get more germs from the public fixtures than by not washing your hands at all. I don't want to touch anything in the public restroom. It's just disgusting. But now it's created a problem. Last night I was at a restaurant, just had finished peeing, and am I allowed to say peeing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I got to check in with Ursula. And as always, immediately came out of the stall and left. Someone else had just come in and first looked at me funny. Then she said, I just assumed this was a guy. Wow. Then she said, hey, aren't you going to wash your hands? I ignored it at first, but as I started out the door, she says, listen, you need to wash your hands. So I stopped and said, why? She says to prevent the spread of disease. It's not for you, it's for others. Really? Trying to prevent the spread of disease? Here's the thing. When you wash your hands, you use water, energy to heat the water, soap, and the resources it takes to make and transport the soap, paper towels from trees, or more energy to power the hand dryer. Isn't preventing the tiny chance of spreading disease canceled by the fact that we're consuming a bunch of resources to prevent something that isn't going to happen? If everyone has to wash their hands after they pee, shouldn't we just wash them after we get off an escalator and touch those sticky handrails, or after we open a door, or push a button on the elevator? But we don't. What do you think about that? 888-973-5476. Ursula, you're at the bat first.
Couple of things. One is that I disagree with her reasoning for not washing her hands. I think she's trying to find every reason not to wash her hands. Mm-hmm. And I think most experts would tell you that washing your hands is one of the ways not to spread communicable diseases. And you have to do it right. Sing happy birthday or do it long enough with warm water and soap. And I understand, because there are some bathrooms that are disgusting and you don't want to touch anything. Mm-hmm. So one of the things that I do is that I have some wipes in my purse, for example. There's ways that you can touch the fixtures without actually having to touch the fixtures. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And then they also do things now, do the paper towel, wipe your hands with a paper towel or the air dryer, and then try to get out of there. I do everything I can, like even putting my sleeves, over my hand to open the door. I mean, then it's
on your sleeve.
And then I'll be with that. Are you trying to argue for not washing your hands?
No, I am not.
But here's the other part of it.
Uh-huh.
The other person, calling out this person, unless you're the employer and you're working in a restaurant and you see one of your employees not washing their hands, mind your own beeswax.
I mean, you know what her name might have been.
No, not going there.
Okay.
That was retired a few years ago.
Okay. I mean, there are some folks that, but I will say this before you go, Chef. More people are washing their hands today post-pandemic than before. Before the pandemic, before that, I used to see just the nastiest dudes walk in and out. You know what I'm saying? They walk in and out and not wash their hands. That's just nasty. Then you just go to the table, you go sit down, you go shake hands. So, but they do make a good point on here. A very good point. They talk about the handrails on escalators. They talk about pushing the buttons on elevators. And the number one point that you can make of anybody is everybody's cell phones. Come on now.
They're disgusting.
They're disgusting.
Yeah, saying you shouldn't wash your hands because you're going to touch other things is like saying you should never make your bed because you're just going to have to do it all over again tomorrow.
Right.
You also have the option of hitting the elevator button with a knuckle, putting your sleeve over your hand, whatever, using your coat, your shirt. I'm going to make a sweeping statement, though. I think just as many women don't wash their hands as men. And the real sweeping statement is
true.
50% more people don't wash their hands when there's no one else in the public bathroom with them.
Facts.
Most people in public bathrooms only wash their hands because somebody else is in there and they're worried about being judged if they don't do it in front of them.
Is that you?
Facts.
No.
I
never wash my hands.
All right. Let's get to the text message. By the way, I've been making a concerted effort to really involve you. Jerry in the 206 says potlucks and barbecues. I noticed cooks not washing their hands. All right.
That's a bigger issue.
Jenna in Olympia says she touched the handle to get out of the stall. Who knows what is on that? Jason in Buckley says, I push doors open with my elbow and grab door handles with my sleeve and shirt tail like Ursula.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no bathroom door that should ever be a knob that you have to twist.
Yes.
It should always be a lever.
Tamia says, I just lost my appetite. Thanks, G. Honestly, this individual is disgusting. What do you got, Ursula?
Well, the other thing is you can help. If you're a company, you can help by having those doors where you just use your foot.
Yeah, you got those.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
you got
I
those.
love that. I love that when I see that in a business.
Carrie Bonnie Lake says, uses baby wipe and hand sanitizer to wipe down your phone. Good Lord. By the way, these phones right here are just something else. All right. Always love to hear from the people.
Yes.
I think Chef nailed it with the 50% of people.
Yes. It's performative, right?
It kind of is for some. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I just tell you this, though?
Yes.
When I was younger and I was little, I would turn the water on. I would turn the water on after I would use the restroom, so my mom thought that I washed my hands.
Oh.
The stuff you do.
I used to rinse my toothbrush so it'd be wet.
I don't know why. Why do you
spend more time trying to avoid
that person
it?
who's like flushing the toilet in case if there's anyone else in the restroom, in the public restroom? It's like, because I know you have a thing with public restrooms.
Yeah, I don't like being in there.
Can I do the tease here?
Yes.
Because I got a good one.
Yes.
Y'all want to know what happened to Cal Raleigh's 60th home run last night? It was given away by a fan to a little boy, and we're going to talk to that boy's father coming up next.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Boy, this dude, Chef,
at the beginning
you've
of the
been
show,
holding this?
At the beginning of the show, I said, this would be the biggest get for today.
Oh.
Everyone wants to look at him. He took up the challenge and found him.
What is with Chef be cooking?
You are
All right,
cooking.
Steven, we go get up out of here. We get to talk to him next. Gee Ursula.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. I don't know if you knew this, but anyone can get the same premium wireless for $15 a month plan that I've been enjoying. It's not just for celebrities. So do like I did and have one of your assistants switch you to Mint Mobile today.
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-497-0593. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-497-0593. That's 800-497-0593. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Progressive Insurance, with insurance for cars, home, boat, motorcycles, RVs, and commercial vehicles at 1-800-PROGRESSIVE and Progressive.com.
Have you stopped to think about how you feel today compared to, say, 10 years ago? Are you noticing changes? Less energy, slow recovery, trouble focusing, maybe even weight gain? What if you could turn back the clock and feel stronger, sharper, and more alive? At Longevity Medical Clinic, we help people do exactly that. For over 3 decades, we've been helping thousands of men and women find out what's really going on inside their bodies and take action to feel better and live longer. With advanced diagnostics and personalized hormone and supplement plans, we uncover what's been holding you back and show you how to optimize your health. Our patients often say, "Now I finally understand what's happening and what to do about it." Take the first step today. Call 866-86-YOUNG or visit lmclinic.com to schedule your free consultation. Longevity Medical Clinic. Feel better. Live longer. Let's do it together.
You're in your car every day, but when's the last time your car had a checkup? At Subaru of Puyallup, we make it easy with stress-free service. Open 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Swing by before work, after work, or whenever it fits your schedule. No hassle, no pressure, just expert care on your schedule. Your car deserves it, and so do you. Schedule your appointment today at SubaruofPuyallup.com. Subaru of Puyallup, your stress-free dealership.
Download the KIRO Newsradio app, where you can watch us live or stream us live anywhere, anytime.
How would this initiative, whatever this initiative is, how would he fund it?
Stay connected everywhere. Download the KIRO Newsradio app, your best source for local news. KIRO Newsradio, KIRO FM and HD1, Tacoma, Seattle, Northwest News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Cammie McCormick. Amazon has agreed to pay billions of dollars over charges it duped its customers. Business reporter Jason Brooks has more.
Amazon is paying $2.5 billion to settle allegations from the Federal Trade Commission that the e-commerce giant deceived users into paying for Prime memberships. The FTC filed that lawsuit in 2023, alleging that Amazon misled tens of millions of customers into joining Prime, and that made it difficult for those users to cancel their subscriptions.
The FTC chairman said today we're putting billions of dollars back into Americans' pockets. President Trump is expected to sign an executive order this afternoon on facilitating the sale of TikTok to a group of American investors. CBS's Natalie Brand has that.
Congress members who have raised for years concerns, national security concerns around TikTok, this popular app, will be scrutinizing the details of this deal.
FBI Director Kash Patel says the alleged gunman in yesterday's attack on an ICE facility in Dallas engaged in a high degree of pre-attack planning. CBS's Omar Villafranca with more on what Patel has posted on social media.
The suspect downloaded documents for DHS facilities in the Dallas County area. Also said he conducted multiple searches of ballistics and the Charlie Kirk shot video. Also mentioned that he was looking at apps that track ICE movements. As you know, ICE operations have been going on across the country, not just here in Texas. He also mentioned that one of the handwritten notes recovered read, and I'm quoting here, hopefully this will give ICE agents real terror to think, is there a sniper with AP rounds on that roof? If people aren't familiar with AP rounds, that stands for armor-piercing rounds.
Just back from the UN in New York, President Trump is indicating there could be progress very soon on ending the war in Gaza.
We met with the leaders of that part of the world, and they want to see if they can get something done. And I'm going to have to tell Israel, let's go. We want to get the hostages back. Everybody wants to see that war over with, by the way. Everybody.
Michael Wallace reports a review of Los Angeles County's response to the fires in January found a series of problems.
The report by a consulting firm says a lack of resources and an outdated emergency alert process led to delays in evacuation orders, especially in the Eaton fire, which broke out at night after strong winds had already knocked out power. It cites outdated policies, inconsistent practices, and communications vulnerabilities.
And critical staffing shortages at the Sheriff's Department and Office of Emergency Management. On Wall Street again today, stocks are lower. The Dow Jones Industrial's off by 300 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Coming up, Cal Raleigh stakes his claim for MVP on a magical night for the Mariners. But first, we check traffic. This report brought to you by Wilcox Family Farm Eggs. Damage to the overpass approaching Pacific on northbound 167, causing a 4-mile backup at this hour, about a 30-minute drive from Renton into Puyallup. I-90 construction slowing you down across Mercer Island. This is for that expansion joint repair on the East Channel Bridge. Right now, the rest of the map is actually in pretty good shape. Linwood to Seattle taking you about 30 minutes. Only other real slowdown is into downtown Seattle on I-5 northbound. That is slow right around Boeing Field. Fresh food comes from local farms. For healthier eggs with 3 times the omega-3s, choose Wilcox Omega-3 eggs at Costco. Locally fresh since 1909.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
And good morning, I'm Aaron Granillo. It has been a very long 24 years, but finally,
the Seattle Mariners are champions in the American League West.
For the first time since 2001, when now manager Dan Wilson was catching for the Mariners.
Bring it every single day. You guys have done that all season long, and you're going to continue to do it all postseason too.
Now, today's catcher for the M's may very well be the league's most valuable player.
Fly ball to right field, number 60!
Cal Raleigh becoming just the 7th player in MLB history to hit 60 home runs.
I don't know what to say. I'm just so happy. I love this team. I love the city. I love my parents. Thank you for being here.
Well, next up for the Mariners, they can clinch a first-round bye in the playoffs with another win over the Rockies tonight. The Starbucks Reserve stores on Capitol Hill and Soto are boarded up. Company says they're permanently closed. Cameron was a barista at the Capitol Hill location.
This morning at 8 a.m., they gave us an automated phone call that we do not have jobs. They're not transferring us any stores, and basically, good luck.
Closures come as Starbucks announced it's cutting 900 corporate jobs and shutting down select stores. King County Council member Reagan Dunn wants more county employees back in the office for the majority of the work week. KIRO News Radio's Frank Lenzi reports.
Dunn has introduced legislation that would require workers to be in the office at least 3 days a week. This is similar to the current City of Seattle policy, and Dunn's legislation aims to formalize the plans that were announced last year by then King County Executive Dow Constantine, Seattle Mayor Bruce Harrell, and the CEO of Sound Transit.
Seattle Seahawks go for their 3rd straight win tonight. They're taking on the Cardinals in Arizona. Head coach Mike McDonald.
Good preparation the last 3 days. The guys have done a great job trying to get their bodies and minds ready for the game. It's a quick turnaround, obviously.
Thursday night football kickoff is at 5:15. Pre-game coverage starts at 2 right here on KIRO News Radio. Weather update now brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. Mix of clouds and sunshine today with highs in the mid-60s. We're up to 60 degrees in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news, serving Western Washington and the world with a KIRO News Radio app. Always streaming live on your smart speakers. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
This is the Gee and Ursula Show with G. Scott and Ursula Reutin.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday, September 25th. This is the Gee and Ursula Show, and I can get the date right from time to time. If you're new to the show, where you been? Thank you for being here. If you've been here all along, thank you for coming back. Ursula, good morning.
Good morning. Whether you are new or you are old to the show, we have a treat for you. So we are throwing our format out the door, and we are going to have some fun. Okay, we've been talking about it all morning. For the first time since Ichiro's rookie year way back in 2001, your Seattle Mariners are AL West champions. And it was a historic night for a number of reasons, including this.
The chance of MVP. MVP, the stretch of the pitch to Cal. Swing and a drive, deep to right field. There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino. Has just tied Babe Ruth's record of 60 home runs for third all-time in American League history. Cal Raleigh with his second home run of the ball game. 59 in the first, number 60. Here in the bottom of the eighth inning into the lower deck in right field. The magical tour of Cal Raleigh just continues here in 2025.
So after that home run, fans in the first level of right field were absolutely going nuts. But you might be wondering, what ever happened to that baseball?
Right.
And you started the show saying, you were asking me, what would I do if I was the one who would catch it, which would be very unlikely. But a guy did catch it. And instead of keeping that historic 60th home run ball, which is likely worth a whole lot of money, he gave it to this young boy in the stands.
Okay.
And we are joined by that boy's father right now. His name is Galen Ruelos, and he is on the Gee and Ursula Show with us. Good morning. I can see him on YouTube as well. Good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my gosh. Thanks for joining us. I understand we took you out of your work, but we would love to know what happened to that ball. Well, actually, before you even tell us, could you just describe that moment? Bring us to, for those of us who didn't see it, describe that moment. What happened?
Well, the stadium already had an electric atmosphere. Each time Cal went up to bat, the whole stadium, like they knew something was going to happen. Everyone stood up, right? Standing room only. So it was already electric. And then, it's his last at bat. We're sitting in right field. So section 108, row 29. So like midway up, crack the bat. We know it's a home run. And it almost, for me, through my eyes, in slow motion, I watch it like, oh, it's going up to right field. It's coming right over my shoulder. And then almost in slow motion, when you have those moments, I see it ricochet off 3 sets of hands behind me, and I turn around and look. And then come to find out later, it actually bounced off my wife's head and then into this guy's hand. the guy clutched it, and you're like, oh crap, it's a home run ball, and then not realizing it's the 60th. It's glad that we got something in our section. He clutched it and gave it to my son, and then my son was, he's a 12-year-old. 6th grader, student at St. Anthony's, and just overcome with emotion. He starts bawling, but I'm in shock. Like as a fan, like he just hit 60. Part, my son got a ball, and then part, it's the 60th ball, and then I couldn't react. And then the Mariners representatives came by, and they were so gracious and kind. Like, come out here. We need a parent. So my wife said, "You go." Went up the stairs. Everyone was cheering for him. And then, agreed at the top of the stairs, we're going to talk to you and, we're going to negotiate an offer. And it was just cool as a dad seeing that. And then the Mariners just being so nice and kind, like, all right, here's what they want to offer. And the one thing my son, he whispered to me and said, like, Dad, because it's Cal, I want him to have it. He was never like, oh, we're going to keep it for like money. That wasn't even a thought. But he just said, can I meet Cal? Like, that's the only thing he wanted. They politely declined. I mean, it's the middle of winning a division title and they're on the field. We go meet them and get the bat. And he said, can I see the ball one more time? And they said, well, Cal and his family have it. It's on the field. So that was pretty cool. And then come to find out later, I went home. I was listening to, sports talk radio or trying to find YouTube highlights of the ball. Like, did we get on TV or something? And then on Instagram, I saw that video that I think you guys have shared of the guy who caught it. And it was just, he caught it. He didn't have to do it. And I posted on Facebook, just like, it was a complete, gracious, sincere, random act of kindness. My son appreciated it. He got emotional, probably because of the fact, like, why choose me? Like, I'm just a kid, but holding a piece of history. But I don't think he could like appreciate like what that meant at that particular moment. Just more overcome like I got a ball. I mean, he'll get the same reaction. We get a foul ball in the stands or someone throws it, he'll get it. But like what it meant in that moment was so cool. And getting to see it through your son's eyes, being a dad, like the dad moment, like it was a Wednesday night. I took him out. He had school the next day. The last time we went to a game was the 13th inning game. He had an hour of homework. We didn't get home till like midnight. So like, dad of the year, I'm doing this 2 in a row, but epically, so it's like, and I just told him the lesson, just, no matter what happens, this is the kind of moment that you should pay in life forward, like just kindness, Hey, because people saw that moment of like the Philly girl, the Karen Philly girl, and this is kind of the complete opposite of that. Right. Like it's beautiful. It was just so like heartwarming,
Hey, Dad, I just want you to know this is a beautiful moment, and I want to ask about the beauty of it in a second. But I want to get right down to brass tacks. What did they offer you? 1, and 2, what did you all settle for other than handing them the ball? Because you say you didn't meet Cal Raleigh or anything like that. What did they offer you, and what did you end up getting?
All right, G. So what they offered right away was a signed Cal Raleigh bat, and that's what we got. They got his birthday, my phone number, my email address. Wink, wink. We'll see if there's any more. So that's what we left the stadium with. And we were never like, let's see how much this is worth or the most we could get. I mean, it's, we have the future MVP, hopefully, that he touched history. And that's kind of, more precious that he'll have that forever, so.
Okay, I'm just going to say right now, that is a beautiful thing. And I think that's also a lesson for all of us because we were talking about what that kind of ball could really be worth. I mean, financially, but I think that you taught your son some really beautiful lessons. Have you heard about the guy or have you been in contact with the guy who actually initially caught the ball? Because I think that was an incredible gesture.
No, I mean, the one thing I did, I texted to your producer, the one thing I did was, can I take a picture with you? Like, this is a cool moment. Can I take a picture of you and my son? I didn't ask for his name because by the time, like, you got to go. And, you're in shock. Like, oh, okay, my son's going there. Like, all right, I'm going to follow. The one thing I know, they what row were you sitting? I was in 29, so he must have been in 30. They gave him a Cal Raleigh bobblehead. That's what he got, from the organization.
I think he's going to get more. Something tells me.
Something.
Well, I hope so. I mean, my plan was, I'm going to write a letter to the Mariners, print the picture out, and just share this experience. Like, I'm really appreciative of it. And it just shows when they say, like, we have the greatest fans in baseball. Like, this is just a human story. Like, a random act of kindness. He didn't have to do, but he did for this moment. 60 home runs, division title, first in 21 years. Or 24 years, just special. I just can't, I don't know. I'm kind of at a loss for words right now.
Hey, Dad, we're not even 24 hours, and I can still see it in your face. I can see just the pride in your face. Here's one for you. Years from now, when your son is older, maybe he has kids of his own, but years from now, what do you hope that your son says about that night to everyone?
That kindness is still a virtue, that you still got to be kind to people. I'm getting emotional, but he didn't have to do that. And my son was a beneficiary of it. So in this turbulent world of ours, like he can still do nice things to people. And I hope he just pays it forward is all I hope for him to remember.
Rachel and Kirkland, so we'll have a lot of listeners right now with tears in their eyes. I'll be honest, I have tears in my eyes right now. And Rachel says, this is the first time I've cried with joy in months. What a wonderful story. And we cannot thank you enough for sharing. And I have zero doubt that your son has learned the biggest lesson and is going to pay it forward. It's really, so great to meet you too.
Did he go to school this morning, Dad?
He did go to school. And on top of it, G,
yeah,
he had an hour's worth of math homework when we got home that I still made him do.
What? Talk about.
So, I mean, I gotta be a responsible dad. I'm gonna keep him up.
Talk about Dad. Hold on, player. Hold on. You mean to tell me you made your son do homework late last night?
Yes, I still got to be the responsible dad because the cool dad kind of took over, so I still had to do the other bucket part of it. So, yeah.
Now, was he? Now,
My bad.
Was it easy for him to wake up this morning?
What was cool? He came down and he gets up about 6:45. We leave the house about 7:30. I was down. He didn't know I was downstairs yet. Then I just see him like holding the bat, hugging the bat. It's just an unscripted. I didn't take a picture of it. It's one of those things where
it's in your mind.
Let me soak it in through my eyes.
Yes.
And then he, just with pride, just like, did this really happen? Like the pinch yourself kind of moment, So.
How about you, Dad, as a fan? I mean, can you tell us about you? How long you been a Mariners fan? Were you a Mariners fan as a kid? Talk to us about that.
I remember going to games in the Kingdom, I'd go to like Bon Marché and buy like shoes or cologne and sometimes get those free 300 level tickets. When the 90s came, 95, I was there at that run. I was there when Randy in the Kingdom closed it out for us when we went to the playoffs. 2001 Ichiro's rookie year, probably went to about 20 games that season when they're on a roll. So I followed them, from the Lou Piniella days. And, it's an affordable ticket for us as a family. So the frequency of going to this professional sports game is one that we'll attend more frequently than other sports. So I've taught my family, the kids, just, root for your local teams. Go Dogs, go Hawks, go M's. Yes. Hopefully go Sonics soon. So.
You're a great dude, man.
For sure. Galen Ruelas, you gave us the beautiful story that we all needed today, for sure. And we plan to share your story as much as possible. I think it's lovely that the Mariners gave the signed bat and the bobblehead. I'm sure that, and you're not expecting it, but I have a funny feeling that more goodness is going to come your way. But what a beautiful lesson that you've taught your son and all of us. Seriously.
Well, thanks for having me, and it's just a pleasure to share, just a good feeling story.
Yes.
We deserve it.
Yes.
So.
You made me.
Sure.
But before you got on, did you hear about what I would have done with the baseball?
No, I did not. I was actually racing to get off the road to take this call safely. So.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm not even going to bother you with that. Don't even worry about it.
No.
Thank you for being awesome, and thank you for just being seriously. Your son, he should be proud to have a dad like you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate that, G.
Thank you. Have a great day, and go M's.
Go M's. Take care, guys.
You too.
Okay. Hey, Chef, let me know when he hang up. Is he gone yet? I ain't giving up that baseball. That dude's way better than me. You mean to tell me? But man, and he had to go to school.
The Mariners came in. No, G.
He had to go to school.
What happened is the most beautiful thing that can happen. And I hope, because they gave up a lot of money, but that wasn't important to them. And I totally understand all the reactions from the first guy, and I would love to talk to him. So if anyone knows who that guy is, who first got the ball, we would love to talk to him too. Because again, it was a beautiful thing that ended up with a beautiful thing, and what a great story.
Okay, real quick, Ursula. Now I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yes.
I love to do it. Now that you've heard the story, and you just saw Dad was emotional, the way that he was, if you are president of the Mariners, you are in charge, you are the decision maker for the Mariners. Right now, his son went home with a signed bat. What would Ursula do? By the way, text in 888-973-5476 if you are in charge of the Mariners. And now you're going to say, this guy, they just gave away the 60th home run ball. By the way, only 7 players in MLB history have ever done this.
Yes.
What would you do for the people?
I would make sure that both of them are good. The son, the dad and the son. So the son, I would create a scholarship fund for the son.
Oh.
I would create some kind of scholarship. I mean, you hear education is very important to him. And I would create some kind of scholarship fund for the son.
Okay.
And for the guy who
gave it away?
Gave it away.
What'd you do for him?
Like season tickets for next year or something, because you could tell that they were all diehard fans.
Okay, Ursula.
And so selfless.
By the way, that was not scripted.
No, that was not.
That was awesome because you could tell Dad is about that education.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You nailed that one. I think that would be cool.
It would be really cool. And we're trying to badger the Mariners, but I just think it would be
not.
Yeah, it would be really, really cool. And it would just be it's the story that we all need.
Yeah,
it is really, truly the story that we all need.
Andy in Newcastle says season tickets and some cash. They said that. Sean in Parkland says Mariners need to hook them up with some tickets.
Yep.
Okay.
And how is that going to hurt them? It's only going to help.
You know how, Ursula, in your top 5 stories that I always get on you about with your news,
Yeah.
you know how oftentimes you talk about housing affordability?
Yes.
A lot, right?
Yes.
Could you imagine paying off your house?
Okay, that's...
No, I'm just saying.
That would be nice, but that's also unrealistic. I'm thinking of things that are doable. I mean, that ball, how much did... You were looking up some ball values.
When it comes to...
Baseball values.
When it comes to... This, only 7 times, Ursula. 7 times has someone hit 60 or more home runs.
Yeah. But there was, I know. So we don't know what that's. We don't know what the value of that is.
The
But you said
50th home run.
Ohtani's home
Yeah,
run
50th
ball.
home run and the 50th stolen bases. The 50-50 baseball went for $4.39 million.
Yes, there you go. Yeah, we don't know what the value is, but anyway, it's probably more than a bat and a bobblehead.
Yeah. All right. Agree to disagree. Next, Gee Ursula.
That energy, that sensation we're all feeling right now, that's playoff fever.
Let's just talk about these Mariners.
They're the talk of the town.
They've won 14 of 15 games.
Can we just talk about that catch by Robles?
A season-saving catch by Victor Robles.
KIRO Newsradio has all the Mariners buzz.
It's just kind of unbelievable.
And our partner Seattle Sports has the games. Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
This hour is brought to you by DUI Heroes.
Health insurance is broken, but it doesn't have to be. That's why Scan Health Plan was founded as a nonprofit, so we can create Medicare Advantage plans that focus on the real needs of seniors. We've been people first since 1977, and we're here to make Medicare work hard for you, because you deserve more than a broken system. You deserve a plan that fights for you. Visit scandifference.org to learn more. Scan Health Plan is an HMO plan with a Medicare contract. Enrollment in Scan Health Plan depends on contract renewal.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Most roofers around here give you one option. 2 if you're lucky. Asphalt shingles and maybe metal. That's like going to a restaurant and the only thing on the menu is salad. Sure, there are a few kinds, but they're all pretty much the same, and none of them will keep you satisfied for long. I'm Jim Singletary, Chief Roof Nerd at RoofSmart, and we serve up real choices. Yeah, we do asphalt shingles, sure, but what about something more substantial, like EuroShield rubber tiles that last a lifetime? Or a beautiful, durable metal roof that can handle Seattle's weather like a champ? We even install cedar shake, stone, copper, and walkable rooftop decks. Most roofers stick to what's easy. At RoofSmart, we offer what's best for you. Now, those are what we call options. For anything is possible roofing, call RoofSmart at 206-487-4877 or visit GetRoofSmart.com today. That's 206-487-4877 or online at GetRoofSmart.com.
Oh, could this vintage store be any cuter?
Right? And the best part? They accept Discover.
Accept Discover? In a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer.
Oh, yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times.
Right, so we shouldn't get the parachute pants?
These are making a comeback. I think.
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide. Based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
You hear that? That's Mike, sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZQL Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this, Monday.
ZQL Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Mom, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotion. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotion, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. Consequently, they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a blazing fast 5G network for just $25 a month. Dial pound 250 and say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
From the roof to the deck, the siding to the gutters, and energy-efficient windows, State Roofing and Exteriors is your one-stop shop for home protection. With over 55 years serving Western Washington, we don't just work here, we live here. We know what your home is up against when the cold sets in and the rain starts falling. Right now, we're making it easier than ever to get started with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 24 months. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com to schedule your free, no-pressure estimate.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
Switching bath soap from sandalwood to tropical essence? That's glamping in the rainforest. Sometimes a different way is the better way. Like the SR 509 Expressway near SeaTac. Tolling soon. Free good-to-go sticker pass at goodtogo509.com.
The insurance world, it can be confusing. So have First Mark Insurance guide you through it by taking the free First Mark Challenge. They'll explore offerings from top carriers for better coverage and lower rates. They save the Heward family thousands. Go to firstmarkinsurance.com.
It's G. Scott. School's back, and it's time to rally for the campaign to keep kids healthy. Donate at Safeway checkout to help families afford fresh fruits and veggies. With SNAP Produce Match, every dollar goes twice as far. Learn more at your neighborhood Safeway.
KIRO News Radio 97.3 FM Northwest News. Now, the latest from KIRO News Radio and mynorthwest.com.
Good morning, I'm Aaron Granillo. It has been a long time coming for Mariners fans.
Let's keep it going. Like Cal Raleigh said, let's win the effing whole thing.
And celebrating their first AL West title since 2001. KIRO News Radio's Luke Ducey.
And they got here in style with a huge, crushing blow to the Colorado Rockies. Beat them 9-2 last night. And again, Cal, the big dumper, hit home runs 59 and 60 on the season.
Swinging a drive deep to right field. There it is, number 60, the modern-day Bambino.
Cal is the 7th player in Major League history now to hit 60 home runs in a single season. He's just 2 away from the American League record set by Aaron Judge, 1 away from Roger Maris. He's tied with Babe Ruth's mark right now on the season.
One more win for the Mariners. They guarantee a first-round bye in the playoffs. Amazon reaches a $2.5 billion settlement with the Federal Trade Commission. Company was on trial here in Seattle. It was accused of duping customers into buying Prime memberships and then making it hard for them to cancel. The 25-year-old man charged with the brutal beating of a trans woman at the Renton Transit Center was in court this morning. KIRO News Radio's James Lynch reports.
The suspect, Ransmore Edwards, charged with assault and a hate crime in the beating of 39-year-old Nikki Armstrong September 15th, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Prosecutors allege Edwards and 3 teens beat and kicked Armstrong while yelling transphobic slurs. Judge David Keenan ordered Edwards held on an existing $300,000 bail.
These are very violent charges, and it is the alleged brutality and the alleged animus which gives me the greatest concern.
At the King County Regional Justice Center in Kent, James Lynch, KIRO News Radio.
The free trip is over for drivers using the new SR 509 expressway in Kent. WatchDOT's Lauren McLaughlin expects the tolls to push some drivers away.
There's always some people who are excited to use it but aren't going to use it when it's tolled, and do come back and use it once they see, hey, this actually makes a lot of sense for me. This makes it easier for my travels, my commute.
Tolls run between $1.20 and $2.40 depending on the time of day. Let's go now to the real-time traffic center at 11:33. Here's Nate Connors.
Hey, thanks, Aaron. Global Credit Union has the update. Let's start in Pacific, where we're dealing with this long-term lane restrictions. Northbound 167 near Ellingson Road, near the bridge strike. You're dealing with a 4-mile backup right now into Sumner. Now, drivers are switching their drive over to I-5 to avoid the Valley Freeway backup, and so North 5 slow between the Fife Curve and State Route 18 right now. Up in Renton, North 405 slows from the Valley Freeway all the way up to the VMAC. Renton to Bellevue's at 25 minutes. As you head into Seattle, North 5 slows at Albro Place to I-90. South 5 already crowded from Northgate into downtown. Linwood to Seattle will take you 20 minutes. And as you cross Mercer Island, roadwork has eastbound 90 packed across the island. Seattle to Bellevue will take you 20 minutes. Global Credit Union, where members enjoy no-fee accounts and early payday with direct deposit. Learn more at globalcu.org. KIRO News Radio, real-time traffic. I'm Nate Connors.
Thank you, Nate. Your forecast brought to you by State Roofing and Exteriors. We are seeing partly cloudy skies today with highs in the mid-60s. Right now, 62 in downtown Seattle. I'm Aaron Granillo, KIRO News Radio.
Your best source for local news. You're listening to KIRO News Radio, Northwest News.
Welcome back to the Gee and Ursula Show. Normally we do agree to disagree here, but we're doing something a little bit different, it sounds like.
Oh, we are?
What's going on?
What are we doing?
We just got to take off the gloves. Just really go at it.
I had some other stuff going on. I had to go talk to the big boss.
Okay, gotcha.
During the break, so we're good.
Okay. I want to just tell everybody, curtains pulled.
Yep.
This is the first agree to disagree because we have been so busy with this show. And if you missed any part of it, especially our last interview, you have to listen. That might have been my favorite interview that we've ever done.
It was.
It really was the most heartwarming interview that we've done on this show.
He was, that Galen, he was smiling.
The whole time.
The entire time.
Yes. And he's not asking for anything more. And it's so many lessons that we can learn from that.
Oh.
We're talking about, and if you're just tuning in, we talked to the father of the 12-year-old boy who got Cal Raleigh's 60th home run ball given to him by someone who caught it in the stands after it bounced off our interviewee's
wife's
head. But in any case, got the ball, and it was a beautiful thing all around.
Yeah.
And so if you missed that, go back and listen on our podcast because it was just great.
I will say this, and I know that because I said, come on, Dad, you really made your son do an hour of homework when he got home. And not to get too deep, Ursula, but when I hear that, Dad, and I hear him say, yes, he still has to do his homework, that's how my mom was on me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like that there's just a standard where you like, okay, you had fun, but you got to get this done. I actually love that part of that.
Yeah. Well, and he's also living these moments with his son. It's like a dream for both of them.
Yeah.
It was really just a dream moment. It's something that so many people think about. But I say all this because I have no idea what you're going to ask us on Agree to Disagree.
Oh, okay.
Zero
sure.
idea.
Oh, well, welcome to my world.
Well, you know what? We were having a conversation at 10:30 about the unwritten rules of etiquette for attending a performance or concert, and boy, did all of you have a lot to say about that, especially about people standing up during a performance. And I wanted to ask you about a couple of the other things that apparently you are supposed to know. So this was on the list: know when to clap. So, for example, if you're at a symphony, you should wait until the entire piece is finished and not in between movements. But at, say, a jazz show, you clap after the solos. And if you don't know when to clap, follow the entire crowd. Ursula, have you noticed, like, the increase in clapping and ovations at performances that interrupt?
I noticed that they interrupt
or distract.
I haven't noticed that so much, but I do notice. Are you noticing that? Because I do notice that more people, I think, have an understanding, especially when you hear someone doing something incredible with their voice, for example, and you offer encouragement. And it's like the worst thing as a performer is to have a dead audience. Again, symphony is very different, but if you are performing and you're giving it your all and then everyone's just sitting there and not reacting, when you hear people encouraging you, again, not to the point that it takes away from everyone's experience, I think that's a good thing. So I haven't really noticed that. Have you?
Now, Chef, you already know my delegation, how we get down. You go, hey, sing it, girl. Come on.
I love that so much. I love
Stand
that
up.
so much.
You can't be telling folks how to feel. Sometimes it just comes a natural thing. If you feel it, feel it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just. It's like going to a graduation, and when you go to that graduation, and they say the same thing. Okay, we're gonna get through this. You need to hold your applause until the very end. So let me get this
I know
straight.
where you're going.
We've been at this graduation for 3.5 hours, and when my baby go across the stage, you want me to say nothing? No, Claude, it ain't going down like that. I'm gonna clap, scream loud.
Okay.
That's my baby.
I have seen this multiple times.
Okay, that's where I do see people go out of control.
Come on.
Okay, and I don't think it's just your delegation, as you put it. It is where people, they have the big picture of the head on the stick, and then they're just making. And
They're like, I flew from Georgia.
I know. The one I feel bad for is then you get the student who gets like the one single clap or something, and then I'm like, oh. Then of course I'm like trying to clap really loud.
Poor Kevin.
Ursula, you always trying to save the world.
But you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so how about this rule? Keep your phone down. No texting, filming over your head. No glowing screens,
In the
lighting up
movies.
the theater.
Agree.
Wait until intermission if you got to take a call.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. And the concerts.
Yeah.
I don't understand. The only time I understand where people really want to get their kid on video, but even that, you can see all these screens, even on during the Wiz when we were watching Angela's daughter. You could see all, the phones come out. Now I see that in many performances, even though they say beforehand, please put your phones away.
Right.
I have found that anytime I've pulled out my phone and taken video of a concert, I never watch that video again.
Same with fireworks.
And no one is interested in me posting it on Facebook.
Nobody cares.
No.
Well, what about sporting events, G? Because you were super bummed that you missed a key moment in the game.
That was a historic moment.
Was that really necessary, Chef?
A few days ago? Well, I'm just pointing out.
But hey, it could have been worse. I could have 60th home run baseball got hit yesterday, and I could have missed that moment if I was in there. This is something that I try to be conscious of others. I don't mess, and as much as you guys know I'm glued to my phone, I don't mess with the phone in theaters.
Okay, just pointing out also that you said, how are you going to tell people how to celebrate or how to enjoy the show?
Yeah.
But you objected earlier to people standing up. Clapping is okay, expressing yourself like that, but standing up, not cool?
Yeah, not cool.
Okay.
Cool.
You know what? Just own the
Picking and
hypocrisy.
choosing at
Just
this
own
point.
it. All right. How about saving the chit chat for after the performance? So one of the Times readers said they were at a Buddy Guy show, and he stopped in the middle of a song and told an audience member to shut the bleep up. They're here to listen to me, not to you, and continued playing.
That's true. That is the one thing that is annoying, where people don't realize how loud their voices are, and they're talking, and again, it takes away from not just the experience, but the people on stage can see it too and hear it.
Look, I know how to work a crowd that is at an event and you have folks not paying attention.
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
But I just want to say, when you guys go to some of these events and galas or whatever the case might be, and somebody's on stage speaking, it is extremely rude to do that because not a lot of people know what to do. And so when you're talking like that, someone speaking might take that personal and it messes them up. I see it happen all the time. And so when you don't have that experience and knowing how to engage a crowd, it's really frustrating. So Chef, it is so rude when people are just talking throughout a performance or throughout somebody speaking. It's not cool, man.
You know what it is? Because I can definitely see it at the auctions or the galas, right? Where someone's like, I paid $1,000 for this plate. Or at a concert, they're like, I got drugged to this thing. This isn't even really my show or my thing. So I'm just going to have my side conversation. I'm just here for the scene.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not cool. It's not cool.
Good advice.
All right. Good stuff. All right. Coming up next.
Before we go, can we just do another shout out to Chef for, just on fire. And thank you.
Yeah. That was a...
Thank you for getting that interview.
That was a big guest to get on the show. Like, that was really cool, man.
By the way, if anyone knows the gentleman who gave that ball away, Galen was telling me, he's like, hey, I really want to be able to connect with him.
Yes.
I'll get a picture up on our Facebook page of the gentleman who gave the ball away. If any of you recognize him, please let us know, because we would love to get in contact.
Yes, for sure.
All right. Text messages, feedback, and then Ursula gives her words to live by that she won't be giving for a little while now. All right, we'll do it next, Gee Ursula.
Hey, that energy, that sensation we're all feeling right now, that's playoff fever.
Let's just talk about these Mariners.
They're the talk of the town.
They've won 14 of 15 games.
Can we just talk about that catch by Robles?
A season-saving catch by Victor Robles.
KIRO Newsradio has all the Mariners buzz.
It's just kind of unbelievable.
And our partner Seattle Sports has the games. Listen free on the Seattle Sports app.
By now, you all know I've worked here at KIRO Radio for 37 years, and now that I've just turned 60, retirement really is within striking distance. I've shared that I want to travel, I want to spend more time with family, and like many of you, I want to know that the money that I've worked so hard for is actually going to last in retirement. And that's why I turned to Trajan Wealth. They are fiduciary advisors, they're family-owned, veteran-led, and that means they're not tied to any single product or service. They're going to review my pension plan, yes, I am very fortunate, my 401k, everything else that I've been squirreling away, and they're going to show me how to maximize growth for what I want to accomplish in retirement. And what I appreciate is that they listen first. Then they're going to build a plan around me. No cookie cutter approach, just guidance that I can trust as I head into the next chapter. To find out how Trajan Wealth can help you, call Trajan Wealth today at 206-656-3300. That's 206-656-3300, or go to TrajanWealth.com. That's Trajan, spelled Trajan. Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth LLC, an SEC registered investment advisor, paid advertisement.
Well, I'm here with my good buddy, Dr. Dan Nelson from Eastside Pain and Regenerative Medicine. And you've heard from Dr. Dan's patients over the years how a simple stem cell procedure has successfully conquered their pain. Well, folks, now it's my turn. After years of dealing with knee pain from all the football abuse, I can say my knee pain now is almost 100% gone. How'd you do it, Dr. Dan?
Well, Brock, personally, I'm very happy that you did so well. And your story is like so many of our other patients who come in, former athletes and non-athletes as well, who have come in with chronic knee pain, and they are looking for alternatives besides knee replacement surgery. And we're happy to provide this service. It's been truly a game changer for so many folks. It's just been a pleasure to be part of this.
Consider Dr. Nelson, the only doctor with over 30 years of experience in pain medicine techniques, including stem cell therapy. I was in and out with a couple of follow-ups. It's a non-surgical solution to pain using your own stem cells. Consider stem cell therapy with Dr. Daniel Nelson, MD at 425-823-4000 or visit DanielNelsonMD.com. That's DanielNelsonMD.com.
At Kia of Everett, we make leasing your new Kia simple, easy, and fun. Now through September 30th, lease a 2026 Kia EV9 Lite Long Range for just $249 a month for 24 months with $49.99 due at signing.
Lease payment on approved credit with Kia Finance America plus tax after $13,500 Kia Finance America 24-month lease cash and Kia of Everett discount of $3,322. Quoted payment is before monthly sales tax and fees. Select vehicles only, subject to prior sale. See dealer for full details.
The best drive you'll ever take is to Kia of Everett. Simple, easy, fun.
With football season comes cooler weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here. Call on locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington to tackle your project. Their wide selection of windows and doors always beats the competition, and they'll give you top-notch customer service with no trick plays. Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Hartley here from Wilcox Family Farms. I'm so excited to have my cousin Amelia with me today. So I saw that you visited the baby chicks.
I got to hold 7 of them. They were so cute.
Do you know why Wilcox chickens are so happy?
Because they get to play outside?
Yes.
Happy chickens are healthy chickens.
From our farm to your table, Wilcox Family Farms eggs, locally fresh
since 1909.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids. 1-877 Cards for Kids. Donate your card today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too? Go to carsforkids.org. That's carsforkids.org.
Right now at Les Schwab Tires, it's the Fall Tire Fest. Save up to $120 instantly on select sets of 4 all-weather tires. You'll get year-round, all-weather performance, no matter what Mother Nature throws your way. And every tire comes with America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Just another way you'll get more from less. Stop by a store or shop online at leschwab.com. Limited time offer while supplies last. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Planning a road trip? Plan a visit to your neighborhood Bucky's Complete Auto Repair for oil changes, brakes, AC repair, and factory maintenance. No appointment needed, and yes, friendly financing is available. Visit buckys.com.
Homes are sitting, but the bottleneck is about to break. Set yourself up for success by working with a team that doesn't just set up your listings and let it sit. The Novak team creates a marketing strategy that's hands down proven successful. Mike sold over 1,500 homes and guarantees to sell your home in 21 days. If Mike doesn't get your home under contract within 21 days, he sells it for free. That is no commission for Mike. Go to meetthenovaks.com. That's meetthenovaks, NOVAKS.com.
This is Gee and Ursula, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Now time for the good old text messages, Ursula.
Okay, so when we started the show, we asked for some of our most loyal Mariners fans.
Oh,
and
got that one.
Yeah, so Scotty's wife, Tammy, wrote in, "My husband, Scotty, is definitely your number one Mariners fan. He tells me stories about watching games at the Kingdome. He watches every game every day. If he isn't by a TV, he listens on his iPhone. If we go out to dinner, it has to be somewhere with TVs, and he'll ask for the game to be put on if it isn't already. And right now, he's got me sitting on my phone trying to get playoff tickets. And yes, he also watches or listens to every single spring training game. He wears only Mariners or Seahawks gear every day. And when we go to games, my son and I even have to match what we wear to him. A couple of years ago, we were even featured in a Mariners commercial. Our friends kept texting us every time they saw it. It got old after a while, but it was still pretty fun. How did we meet? I posted an ad on Craigslist looking for someone to go to the Mariners opening day game with me, and my friend backed out at the last minute. Scotty answered, and from that day on, we went to every opening day together from 2005 until 2020.
By the way, you had told me to read that one, and that's the one I had up. You said, "Hey, G, can you read the must-read text?" And,
no. Well, I thought you told me I'd rather not. Sorry, I misheard that. Yeah, I misheard you. Sorry about that.
All right, let's get to the next one. Recent political... Oh, we don't want to go to that one. Let's talk about talking during concerts. 206 says, I got super frustrated at a musical at the Paramount and ended bopping a woman on the head with my program because she would not stop talking. She was pretty shocked.
Okay, I'm not in favor of that either. No physical violence, please.
It's just a bop.
Yeah, even that. Seriously, you're asking for serious trouble. Ay. Okay, if you caught Cal Raleigh's 60th home run ball, what would you do?
Starter 206 says I'd give the ball back to Cal in person, but ask for a signed bat Mitt, 2 balls filmed for documentation, future investment like the Market Star.
And then John from Bremerton says, I'm not giving up that ball, and Cal isn't going to get the ball back either unless I get some stuff that I really want. Signed bats, jerseys by players, suites with free food, and drinks for life.
Man. Then the topic, the kid who was given the ball got a signed bat from Cal Raleigh. The guy who caught it and gave it to him got a bobblehead. Jamie in Puyallup says, the world needs this story right now. I'm crying too, just for such an unbelievable act of caring graciousness, and brings me back to what humankind is supposed to be. I hope this action is shared across the world of how many people were affected, and the hope it brings all of us listening to a better world again.
Michael in Seattle said, first of all, the guy who caught that ball should be compensated for giving that ball up. A bobblehead, that's not enough. Little boy, I'm giving him a scholarship. I'm letting him come down and meet the guy who hit that home run. That's what he wanted to do, to meet the man, and then call it a day.
Jay from Green Lake says, both the guy who caught the ball and the son who received it deserve to meet Cal in person, to get jerseys signed and, lifetime season tickets. The son needs a full college scholarship on the Mariners, too.
And then Jason and Buckley wanted to make sure we were aware of another cool story. He says, there was a great moment at a game this year. My seats are behind the M's dugout. A kid who caught a ball earlier caught another one and gave it to a grown man with a glove that was on the spectrum, and he was thrilled. What a great thing for that young man to do.
That is awesome. Keith and Roberta in the 425 says, thank you. Your story lifts us all. Ooh, stuff in my mouth. I couldn't say that one. Lifts us all. We got these Invisalign. Ursula, it's now time for your words to live by. What do you got?
And this is just a very simple one from Morgan Freeman, inspired by that story that we shared. What beautiful thing happened there at the Mariners game yesterday. How do we change the world? One random act of kindness at a time.
That's good stuff. You know, Chef, how did it feel for you getting that guest on the show?
It felt beautiful to share his story. I mean, what he was saying about how we need kindness more than ever in this world right now. I mean, I'll just be honest, like, I'm not that good of a dad. Like, what Galen is teaching his son is just, it's a reminder, I think, for all of us that we all share this common humanity, you know?
For sure.
And I think think about how much more joy he inspired by giving that ball back as opposed to asking for something.
Yes, exactly. And if you missed that story, please check it out on our podcast. It's going to be all over. It's going to be on My Northwest. It's going to be in a lot of places because that is a story to share.
One takeaway that I was holding, but I got to let it go. Here we go. You ready? Sometimes when you go to get offered that salary and they just offer you just a little bit, sometimes you got to advocate for yourself, right? So let this be a reminder that sometimes companies want to just give you the very little, right? And then you need to counter those. So make sure you advocate for yourself. Ursula, you gonna be gone. We gonna miss you, girl.
I am.
Where
I'm
you
going to
going?
be gone for a couple of weeks, actually.
Oh.
I am going to be going to Portugal and Spain with some girlfriends.
Hey.
It's my gift from Mark for my 60th birthday, and I look forward to it, but I'm going to miss you guys. And if you don't mind, if you don't mind me indulging on occasion, I'll post some stuff on our Facebook page.
Do that. Are you worried at all that when the time you come back, I'm going to be here all alone, Ursula? By the time you come back.
I know.
Look, partners, tomorrow, it'll just be me and Chef for Fresh Fridays. Thanks, Ursula. Thank you, Stephen. Thanks, Chef. Jacob Spike Show comes in next. Appreciate you for listening. Love you for that. And as always, be kind.
Hope you have as much fun as we have. So long, everybody.
Hey, want to hear something great? Right now at Wendy's, you can get 2 of the #1 selling bacon cheeseburger in all fast food, the JBC, plus medium fries and a medium soft drink for just $8. Want to hear something else great? Double the burger means double the bacon. Now that's a game changer. 2 of the #1 bacon cheeseburgers with fries and a drink for just $8. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. U.S. price and participation may vary. Request $8 JBC meal deal to obtain discount. Individual items at regular price.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Every family has a story to tell. At Dunn Lumber, ours is about trust. During the Great Depression, trust was hard to come by. People were so skeptical of banks. Customers would stop by the lumberyard, put their money in an envelope, and leave it in this safe. The safe still stands today as a symbol of our most valuable asset, your trust. If there's ever anything we can do to better earn your trust, email me personally. Mike Dunn at DunnLumber.com.
Dunn Lumber, building trust since 1907.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
You've still got it, but your immune system weakens as you age, making it hard to fight flu, pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Ask your doctor which vaccines you need. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Your best source for local news. KIRO News Radio, KIRO FM, and